triangle next to have a look. So yeah, Tundra, they're happy if they get to play an open map, which is the case right now. You have Whitemon up top. You don't want to defend this mid tier 1. Your Axe isn't ready. You have your Midas on an Invoker. You're absolutely not equipped to fight this one.
Tier 1 the way of PARIVISION. Yep. There's the Blade Mail for 33. So obviously the Blink Dagger will be next.
Yeah, it is the kind of classic build. Even though with 33, you never know. He might go a Pipe against a Radiance, or just do some completely different build depending on what he's matched up against. As a 9 class, he's thinking ahead for like the minute 35, 40 mark. He's got a Nullifier queued up against the Pugna. So we'll check in like half an hour if that one will be done.
Yep, good stuff. I mean, the ult does feel like that is the farming mechanism for a support. The Unleash.
Or the greedy enchantment, of course, if you get it, which we will wait 2 minutes for.
Can't wait for that update.
I mean, so PARIVISION they're in a quite commanding position. Whitemon going for his classic move, the Wisdom Shrine Steal. And the tier 1 tower pressure.
Yeah, well,
which
he shows
means
himself there essentially.
Yeah. So but it's still good, because I feel like there's a high chance that PARIVISION should have looked at invading the enemy Wisdom Shrine. Like they're playing, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that they're playing very slow, but I think PARIVISION could do more on the map currently. Let's see, as 9 class wants to protect his Wisdom Shrine.
Yeah, Whitemon is going for it and will be the recipient of a lot of right clicks.
Yeah.
Decrepify slows it down, but eventually 9 class easily takes him out. And most of the rest of PARIVISION smoked up. They run into BZM. Extremely slow. And no one, a little bit of vision, gets the Searing Chains, but the Tornado's going to take off the Flame Guard as well with the Deafening Blast. Attempted TP.
Just TP, lol.
And he's fine.
Yeah, overall, good stuff for Tundra. Even though Whitemon dies up there, it doesn't really matter. You get like 70% on the tier 1. You force some people to TP. They use the Nature's Prophet ult as well, so you know, it is kind of going according to plan for PARIVISION. They also clear some stacks here, but if Tundra don't fall further behind, they're very happy with every second that passes by here.
Yeah, as long as you can get to this Blink Dagger in a relatively good timing, then a lot of your setup will be available.
They don't really want to do too much on like Tundra. If you can squeeze in like a small play here or there or hold the map, you're very happy. You have Midas, you're getting towards your Aghanims on your Invoker for the Kata, you're getting towards your Ags on Crystallis, on the Dawn, and you're getting to the Blink on 33, because until then, yeah, you're not really looking for anything. Let's see, PARIVISION, what are they up to here?
And who would you say has the best Roche capabilities?
Let's see.
No one?
Should be
PARIVISION. 33 with the call. Soxa. Okay, they get the Solar Guardian off, but little effect.
Yeah, that's an Ember Spirit. Anyway, pick me up.
Alright. I guess that's about it. Tundra not able to find the fight that they wanted, and it looks like PARIVISION, they want to continue.
Okay, good dodge on the slide.
The rebound does hit onto Soxa. Unleash the follow, as Crystal is kind of stuck in a precarious spot. Do you fight or do you run? Looks like they want to fight. DM has arrived at half HP and half mana. Crystallis is going to be the first to fall in this engagement, as no one cleanly takes him. Soxa is next, and that means Tundra are losing this fight and need to get out.
Yeah, that was a little bit sus, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's a big reason why you pick you know, your Co-ops, your Storms, your Embers, your Pucks against Dawnbreaker, because those heroes can dodge the Dawn ult from flying out. So no one, he remnants out, and basically the whole play is gone. With a good pick-me-up from 9 class as well. So this should be a 6k lead with all your tier 1s being down, and a very, very scary Satanic Nature's Prophet. 10k net worth at 16 minutes.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
33 trying to pursue. This will be a huge kill, but 9 class in the area. First strike is dodged. That's the rebound again. Now disposed on the 33. He's dead. Good turnaround punishment as PARIVISION get what they want. 6k lead, and 33. He was really close to the Blink Dagger. Now back to 1700 gold.
Yeah, I mean, they did. I mean, there's a big delay to some of their item timings, right? With the first death down bottom, I believe Crystallis on the Dawn died as well. So of course PARIVISION quite happy with all of the stuff as they're up 6k gold. I think Whitemon is kind of, you know, playing according to plan. He's trying to be as annoying as possible, pull some waves, cut some waves, get some tower damage, make as much space as you can for your team, because they very much need it.
It's so hard to play against this support Marcy. 9 class has saved, I want to say, at least 3 heroes so far from the Sunstrike combo.
This could be a good setup though. Soxa course, being a +4, you have a lot of ways to set up.
พี่ใหญ่โอ้โหให้เราซอกเขายังซิดเจ้าไอ้ทำไม่ลงดีเลย
Big kill for Tundra. Double TP though.
Crystal
From the side of PARIVISION. Crystal gets to the low ground. No one looking for someone. We'll find Roche. That's
not the find.
Not the one he wants.
Now, that was very, very good, because not only did you kill the best target on the entire map, you forced PARIVISION to, like flip the entire map, pop 3 heroes up top into your own observer ward, so you know that they're all here. And now in the meantime, it also means easy space for a BZM. And you got the blink on 33, so it's going to be a very big fighting chance here for Tundra to just go for a smoke. You know, if you can set up the map, look for another play. Maybe you can get Satanic again somewhere on the map if you can have a good read here. And you asked about Roche earlier, a couple minutes ago. It should be PARIVISION that have a way better Roche. Sure, you have tag team on Tundra, but that's about it. Whereas for PARIVISION, you have Nature's Prophet who deals good damage, he has Mjolnir, but most importantly, you have the Zombie Man. And looks like that will be the Roche. Pipe completed, tombstone. This is not an easy task for Tundra to contest. Greedy enchantment on Saksa. You're listening?
Before. Yeah.
What are
you looking for?
I said greedy enchantment. You didn't give me any response.
I'm expecting at least 3 more call-outs this game.
Yeah.
This is before the 20-minute mark, so it's not even a trade to come. Decided Tundra. All they can do is push the waves.
Yeah.
Tormentor's still a minute away as the Aegis secured for Satanic.
I mean, for Tundra, if you're looking for plays, you need to play around this Marcy. Like you said, Malclass, he can save a lot of heroes, right? Like, it could literally be the only thing he's playing for. When there's an axe call, you rebound the guy out from the Kata.
Malclass was just trying to push the waves. Now he's going to be slow to a crawl. Sunstrike hits, and Malclass gets stopped by 33.
Yeah, good stuff. Because especially when you get these side lane kills too, it is a lot of pressure on the map. Because now you can push in top, wipe on at the same time. I like a lot what he's been doing on the map in like the past 5-6 minutes. He's just very annoying, doing stuff on his own. Even if he dies, whatever, he's getting gold, he's putting the map in a good state, taking attention away from his teammates. Aggressive wards later down the line.
Satanic now with a Hurricane Pike. The fact that he is this far ahead this early. We've seen the Nature's Prophet get punished early and they still end up top net worth. He was top net worth pretty much right off the bat. So scary proposition for Tundra for sure.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty early blink dagger though for Saksa.
Yeah, I wonder why that happened.
The greed, of course.
Exactly.
He just picked it up recently.
It's 3 minutes. It was actually like 2.5 minutes ago.
Well, PARIVISION with that Aegis will be able to secure the Tormentor now.
Yep.
Ông chết thì để con dù này.
PARIVISION ông chết thì con dù này.
그래, 또 나타기.
The Oracle Shard is
어때? 매워.
I see. They had a ward here, so BZM, you know.
이게
So
또
Tundra, they're obviously playing ahead. They understand. Okay, they're gonna go for Torm. We're not contesting. No one ran close. The
second
only thing they wanted to do was try to steal the sun. Because in the meantime, they're farming everywhere. Sure, you're dropping the map, but it's kind of supposed to happen. Like the nature of these two drafts, you have PARIVISION who need to play aggressive. They want to be ahead, as they are. But it depends on how can they play within the next couple of minutes and with the Aegis.
Yeah,
the siege unit DM just gonna tank up, gonna get healed now. By several
sources.
Satanic outside the range of the tower will
Babe.
secure this surely. Fortification is used. That is the tier 2, the first tier 2 of the game. So we'll get refreshed.
Aegis 가 남는데
In the meantime, he's pressuring a little bit down bottom. You have BZM who's pushing in the mid lane all the way, who's got the boots of travel on the Invoker. And
this is the benefit of even if he dies here, he's just doing so much damage to buildings.
And he's not even dying for it. He's controlling this entire area. He plays a great ward. He got himself a Glimmer Glimmer, TP, all good. So you're forcing some heroes down bottom, which now means if you're Tundra, you could look for a play up top. You know that there's no Oracle available. Good D-word though, from Dookie.
700 away for Blink on the Oracle.
He made absolutely sure to cleanse this area on the Oracle. Saw 3 sentries drop there.
Call from 33, Soul Guardian call, but another
Yeah,
rebound.
but if you
Cataclysm also going to be dodged. The punch up as no one does get taken out though, and 9 class chopped to the ground. So despite having some answers, PARIVISION still get punished.
Yeah, really nicely done. This
con này
is
quá
why,
nó,
like, the map
thua lắm mà
play,
trúng hàng
it just matters so much. All the small things you set up, wipe on down bottom. You know the Oracle TP's there. He's a huge deal. to display, so you can outnumber your opponents in PARIVISION.
Why muốn nhờ lấy đi xe cho fan này? Tiếng ơi, đâu đó. Anh sẽ hồi đi, đâu đó. PZ dâu lại, sắp qua đi dây này, sắp qua đi dây này. Origin vào tiêu không? PZ lúc này bị lúc này. Ace, truy quen lại bị. Ôi trời, truy sau bôi rồi. Tỷ bám vào lòng lừa, đâu còn sau này. Lúc mà bám mà lừa được nhau. Nếu cho bro chỉ to cho bà.
What looked like a couple easy support kills was not to be.
Origin lý đâu mà nhau.
Fully blocked the fight for them. 33 trying to like run in. I'm pretty sure his blink got cancelled and everything. He just gets hit down.
And I hope
very likely another tier 2 tower. Of course, you still have the Aegis for 50 seconds also closing in on his own BKB.
Bị nó đỏ, đây đu đỏ nó luôn. Bắt đầu vô mấy bạn này.
As no one looking to build the best active scepter in the game, of course, on the Ember Spirit. He's halfway there, Shannon.
Number 1.
Yeah. It is very, very strong, this game. Like, you've got the Pugna in the back line, you've got the Tusk as well, like a lots of blinks.
You can also quay môn đi. Tất cả. Sao vậy?
Will sacrifice himself for it in the end.
Tao có giàu
to get that tier 1 tower.
Well, job completed for him.
Rest easy, my friend.
Don't worry, in 30 seconds he's running down the next lane.
Satanic now with a BKB.
See the nail who BKB bad eye.
I mean, it's just a 5k.
Yeah, but it's easy. They'll show. He
just farms so damn fast. Like, it's not just that he farms fast, he joins all the plays, you get assists from every play and some kills. You can play fast, which they absolutely did do in this early Cataclysm. Which will now allow Tundra to push out further on the map. Because you know where they are. You know that there's a solo 9 class bottom.
I don't know why, but the scouting kata just reminds me of Zeus, and I miss it.
Bizarre nè.
It's been a while.
Nhiều ai, sao coi vậy? 9 class số. Bizarre em chơi party, sắp đi lưỡi rồi.
He thought that he would rebound off the wave, but since he has the shard, he could just rebound off the invoker. As yeah, there's a half haste rune that we could barely see. The White Mon will pick up. Agonim's completed for no one, so he is incredibly mobile.
Yeah, and almost certainly refresher will come soon after.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think if there's, in terms of refresher value, that has got to be one of the highest.
It's very high up. You usually go like 1 or 2 items maybe in between. I mean, it depends what you need. Sometimes you need a BKB. I believe
mana pool as well.
He has a Shiva's queued up, so he will go for that first. But yeah, refresher on Ember is quite good. I mean, like, Faces Void and stuff in Lake can come to mind, and Enigma's a lot.
Đại bị vô ở mà nó xong nha. Nhau nè. Chụp đi.
Yeah, I guess this is worth the effort to teleport in for the kill. Why not?
Tao đi là nè. Qua đâu mấy đi. Chơi để chỗ này bà. Ace. Có khả nào mấy? No one. Phải không anh? Không được rồi. Thứ mà mình chịu. Nó còn đây đâu ý. Là bị gì đây nên là bị sốc hồi vậy mà sốc hồi vậy bị easy phần nó chơi mà mình biểu vậy.
For PARIVISION, my goodness.
I would like to point out the vision that PARIVISION have on the map, like the one observer ward up here.
Có cái này mà điều này toàn này.
In the bottom lane, because you know that all Tundra are doing, they need to squeeze out on these side lanes and like try to do anything, like get aggressive farm, whatever it is. And with these wards, you will nearly always find them. So just understanding the state of the map, what the enemies need to do and what you need to do.
How come we never see the nature?
Ai muốn nhà tu đâu nè, phá mà lúc chào chữa. Tao mà toán nè lấy đi chào lại.
Have you seen it at like even a single time?
Yeah,
see đến đây có thể này. Cái gì đó phá ra rồi.
But it's not good enough yet.
It's weird. I mean, you have because the enemies can just pick up the gold.
Yeah, but at the same time also, if you want that one to be picked up, you need to make this one worse.
Yeah.
Because before you had like the most OP talent with the Treant, and now this one, it's still really strong. They did nerf it. But it's still one of the better ones in the game, like, for sure.
See, don't need you find
we have some updates on the neutral items. I saw someone pick up a greedy champion, of course, has to be called out. It was on DM. I mean, you don't take too much on the Undying, so why not?
Yeah.
And he's a big beefy boy. He's got the blade mail, he's got the pipe, Octarine core.
I need to see Aghanim. I saw it last night.
You will see it. It's coming.
So fun. Of course, once he got that in the last game, he had, I think it was 33.
It was 33.
had no impact.
No.
They were just kiting him and running around.
Yeah, they really fell flat yesterday when it came to some of the late games. I feel like Crystallis had a pretty rough one. Wasn't too impressed with his item build on the Doom in that game.
Pretty rough.
Yeah, that was a game-losing bug, which not going in favor, sadly.
Yeah,
Let's see, this time around, he's got the Ags on the Dawn, he's got the BKB to back it up, looking for a basher.
They BA cùng sẽ là biết phá mấy bị biểu ấy nào là bí mà nó sẽ gầy nó so lại biết bị em ba lâu đi em ấy có này nó em ấy chả một tên rồi cũng biết phải đấy ta không bí đấy à một tí vào
Yeah, good kill for them.
Really seen the false promise.
No, not really. I assume he couldn't use it. He had trouble targeting because DM got punched up in the air by Soxa, which is why, you know, clicking on the hero portraits could come in quite handy, because DM would not have died there. But of course, with his innate, don't know if he cares too much.
True.
He's straight back up, but of course, there's a lot of gold and XP into Tundra's way here.
This is a pretty long Roche timer.
Which means
actually, TP's right on top of 33, who immediately runs away. Satanic, though, did have to use his BKB, so that definitely benefits Tundra.
Yeah, he didn't check the item build on 33 because he picked up a 4-staff, so he won't...
What a find for Tundra. That tornado, my goodness, BZM.
Captured by BZM, who of course, we know his Invoker, he can put on the BZM Invoker show. But Satanic, that was a very, very unnecessary play from him to start it all. 0.5 seconds left on the TP, BZM finds him because that's huge. So you were up 7k gold before this happened. You're feeding a bunch of XP Tundra's way. And by the time you spawn, I think your lead is going to go from 7k to like maybe 2 or 3.
That was a crippling death for sure.
And at the same time too, you need to pay attention to what happens on the map. You get an aggressive ward out here on Whitemon. Roche will go over to the bottom side during the daytime as well. Which means like one thing could just snowball into the other. And BZM has the chance to even finish an entire Hex before this next fight does break out.
And we'll mention the Solar Guardian Radius talent is pretty big for Crystallis. Feels like with the rebound, as we're going to, speaking of Farsi, going on by Soxa, apparently.
Lại bị
Guard activated, slowed a bit to the hammer, but
another
rebound.
là bị nó gọi nó giờ qua lại
Ember Spirit, no one.
BGB gói Amber Spirit Chain
Thăm
chịu BKB
không
kỳ rú đồ khả năng lại bị đố sắc sáng nào lại bị BKB TV em bị ở to thiếu.
But yeah, that Solar Guardian radius is pretty big because the rebound has been like just on the outside edge, and that might make the difference.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Nineclass, of course, he has the option. Do you go for the nullifier and like you play for the aggression and you help your team, or do you even maybe want to go for a Blink Dagger, a 4-staff, make it easier for you to like, save your allies and whatnot? Thunder's still aggressive down bottom, but PARIVISION, they've had enough.
Số gì long em yo
Wrong place, wrong time. No one gets the kill.
Mấy quay phải đó ra gì đó chỉ có Roshan second Roshan thì sẽ làm chịu full V fight
instantly take the Roche. Should be very quick one for them.
đi vậy rồi phải lúc mà đâu bị lại
Doesn't look like
No, they're looking. You got a Kata at the end to scout.
A little slow though.
Maybe 33 can do a collapse show here.
Ace Taka ama Ace nó rồi bị 33 lúc ra để bị rồi quá bị fight không thể nó
Likely both of them.
Tì bị lại tè này rồi nó
We'll get to the other side of the Roche pit. There's a couple more right clicks will suffice. No one does catch the support on the sideline. Somehow Whitemon is still live through the day, but still denying the Aegis effectively.
Yeah, I mean,
we've seen 3 snatches in 2
3 games in
a row with LC. That's Whitemon, of course, with the crap, he's pretty good. He can get out of the way from BZM. Take a little damage to the face.
It has the Hex and 1,000 into the BKB.
Yep. was a scouting cataclysm, but just taking this ages away and like overall just being able to play the map to just continuously delay the game, because we all know what the Invoker can do the longer the game goes. Tundra have had a lot of longer games in the last couple days.
There's the DM Ag, so Decay is going to be extremely strong now.
And right ဖြတ်နိုင်သွားရင်နော်အုပ်ကြီးနိုင်ထားတယ်
He is still waiting for that 20 talent, of course, the -2-second Decay cooldown with the Octarine on top, just dirty the amount of decays that you can stack up.
I don't know if I'm the biggest fan of this Axe at this point. Like,
I don't
think it changes the game in any way. Like, if you steal more strength, sure, but they're not really fighting you anyway. Like, they're just looking to play the map. So I would even prefer like a boost of travel, Blink Dagger more, because it makes you more mobile, it allows you to get on top of them. Maybe once they get the Shiva's Guard or no one, of course it will help, because he has the high mobility, he can show everyone with the Shivas, but I like that they bought this gem, because Tundra, they've had incredible vision throughout this mid-game to kind of dodge around the P-Vision's map play as well. Yeah, but at this point, starting to look a little more cleansed on the map, as the favorite player item combo has been completed, Satanic on Satanic.
Good stuff. He is truly packing at the moment. As his quote-unquote final item. Level 22 now.
Swift Blink or Silver Edge. I feel like Yatoro in this position would maybe do that. I think just being able, you just want to be mobile, right, against the Axe Core. It's kind of the only way you can die unless you get caught up by a Hex, so both items make a lot of sense. Nicholas has his eyes on the White Mon here.
Just ahead of time. Cataclysm. Hit.
အော်အပေါ်လက်မှာအပေါ်လက်မှာအောက်လန်းကောင်ထားထားလိုက်ပါအပေါ်လန်းဟာနေပြအောင်
As attempted TP going to be canceled, so White Mon's going to take combo, but the trade for no one.
ဦးစင်းဖိုင်လီပါ
Big. As Tundra going to be super happy with
ဘူး
this
ဝင်နေ
move.
ထွေးရတော့တန်းတန်းပါ
And they're just doing it again. 33, finding the pickups with Sansa up top. Get to use the Cataclysm, so BZM is happy, 33 is happy. Didn't quite see if he got the chop off towards the end of the kill. But either way, good scaling coming their way. Only a 3k lead now for P-Vision.
ပြင်သွားပြီပြစ်ပြီနော်ဆောင်းဝင်တက်တဲ့ကောင်နော် Egypt ကိုရဲ့ကောင်လား
Easy pick off for
ရေး
Satanic.
ပေးပြီးပဲပြင်ပါ
Stumbled into that one as there's the boots of travel that you wanted on to DM.
Yep, does make sense. Because it's one of the downsides of Undying. You're a very strong hero, you're a good laner, you're a good team fighter, but when the map gets split up, it is the weakness. You have nothing, you have no stun, you have no lockdown, you're not going to catch people, so you kind of have to make up for it in the itemization.
Well, I kind of like the cool thing about Undying is there's so many different types of builds. Yeah, there's a gem there.
There's a... Okay. Sometimes we just forget about the items that are on the ground.
BZM.
But no one is the one who carried it.
တွေ့ရင်စစ်တဲ့နဲ့စစ်တဲ့နဲ့ဆောက်ချက်လုတ်ခံရပြီးတော့ BKB နဲ့ပြက်ပြီးကြမ်းပြက်ပြီး
BKB now though.
Force Performance တင်ပေးထားတယ် BKB ပြက်ပြီး BKB TV ဝိုင်း
Yeah, he's super fine. As it's important that Dookie was around to drop the false promise here onto Satanic. Of course, pop all the life steal and he'll be fine.
Yeah, back to the Undying discussion. I like the Harpoon build into like late game Basher.
I think it's good because at some point too, it's why BKB is such a strong item. Like not just because you use it to fight, but it allows you to take over areas, push the side lanes. Because you can always push the side lane, BKB, you do the Nightfall out, but once you have a Basher, of course you put a stop to that play.
Problem now though, I mean, it's not like the items he has is bad, obviously, but you're running out of room now, so you can't exactly go for that type of play.
I mean, they're good items in like a vacuum, but you need to build items according to the game. And yeah, I would just say that this Axe hasn't yet done anything. Of course, it can maybe do more later when the team fights are more like 5-on-5 that will actually break out. Satanic getting closer to his 25 talent, where he will of course be everywhere at any point with the 0 CD. Yep, Nightglass randomly finds his way to the gem from earlier.
Got a smoke from Tundra.
They love this smoke. They love the active rune smoke. They did the other day as well.
Early Sunstrike, so no Kata for this fight.
Yeah, a small cooldown on this one, 20 seconds until the Kata is up.
DM spotted, punched in the air, Soul Guardian on top of the
ဆောက်ခွေရိုက်ပြီးဆောက်ရင် NI ပြတ်သွားပြီအောင် NI audio ထုတ်အောင်ပြတ်သွားပြီဒါကောတော့ဆောင်းရင်ညောင်နေချပူလေးလို့ထုတ်ပြီးစစ်တဲ့နစ်လာပြီစိုက်ဘိုက်ချက်ပြောင်းတာလေအမ်ဘာခရစ်စလေးလို့ပါဦးကဲကြပါဦးတဲလိုက်ပါဦးအနောက်မှာလေဟိုဟောက်ရောက်ကြီး9 plus ကောင်နဲ့အနောက်မှာ3ကောင်ထိန်းပြီးတာရော Oh yeah.
No,
Phải
just
bật lại.
Undying Innate probably.
Anh nói phải bật này.
A 2-for-1 exchange.
Cái hú
I
ở
mean,
đi
you
này
did
phải thật
lose Crystallis. They didn't have False Promise on Ducalis, so he couldn't end up saving. They did scan out Whitemon here with no one. And they gave him the gem.
Ngu quá. Ai quá nè. Thì đây nè chụp bị nó đâu có. Ngu quá. Anh đi nó lấy đấy. Ace. Sao vui vậy?
Pushes him back.
He does, as Satanic actually stuck on the low ground.
Bị thà đi. Bị ra. Bao là bị ra chị nữa quên. Hai lần rồi. Không đi qua đấy.
BZM being annoying.
EMP is one of the most annoying spells in the game.
Absolutely. 33, he couldn't TP out. It was still on cooldown. If Satanic gets to hit in these fights, he is just so damn strong. They don't yet have the answer. Even if they do initiate on him, if Ducalis is around with the false promise, certainly not going to die. And yeah, Nineclass did make his way to the nullifier, did get to complete it. I would say BKB plus nullifier at this point is quite good for him.
Yeah.
He's got the cloak as well. Can pop it onto any of the cores that he's gonna man up against.
Remove that deportation like TV. Nào tí ông mấy sạc ra đi. Nhiều ai, ôi nhiều ai bị là bị đúng là bị phát. Tàu nhà phải chào vào đấy quý. Tí à. Nine key
is 14-2 right now. Has a damage rune on top of that.
Yeah, going straight back to the next play.
Indeed.
Lại. Phải bà lại. Đi phải bà lại.
Yeah, that's 3 kills into a death. He's just
nó đó có. Quá trời.
But he's got sidekick to back him up. He's got the rebound as well to be saved. And he's got false promise with his own Satanic. This Nature's Prophet is really hard to deal with.
Đúng bảo, TV bảo PARIVISION.
Two supports there for Tundra. You want to hold on to those precious buybacks for now, as BZM can definitely delay this.
Yeah.
Invoker special. Tower taking heavy damage.
If you're Tundra, you have like one of two options. You either just try to delay Satanic like this with your Invoker and like other spells. But when a fight breaks out, you need to likely go for two separate targets. You need someone to go on Oracle. Like maybe Saksa plus Cataclysm, they go on Ducalis and the rest go on Satanic.
Backstepping blast can be avoided thanks to the rebound again from 9 class.
Thôi kế được rồi, đấy là gì à?
Not working with the Aegis. They know that Roche could spawn in the next 10 seconds.
Well, I want to see how PARIVISION plays and the high ground, because I have seen them throw around the high ground countless times. Even yesterday against Spirit, when they were up like, what, 7k gold? With their Aegis, Death Prophet around to tier 3. That is where they kind of fumbled the game. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see them take a bit more of a disciplined approach.
I mean, that depends if they've learned from yesterday.
That is...
What did they do after the game? They go to the sauna, the pool, you know?
Did they yell at each other? Did they chill? Who knows? They're holding a good area. Well, if any of them are paying close attention to what really matters, they would be going to Roche. It will move, of course, to the bottom side of the map in 10 seconds. Because when in doubt and when the enemy team is playing too passive, you want to kind of take the easy objectives in the game, which is either Roche, because you get it for free, or you force a fight in an area that isn't your enemy's base.
Also depends what they ate. The appetite.
True.
Kazu, did you have enough earwax today, for example?
Yeah, it could definitely improve your gameplay, of course. We did learn it's quite nutritious.
Nutritionist.
I guess it's not a real word, is it?
Well, it is, but not in that context.
Oh, yeah.
Nutritionist is the person that helps you.
Exactly. Yes. I mean, he might be a nutritionist with what's going on.
He might be ahead of the curve. That's true.
See, it all makes sense.
This, again, it's been the story of the game, though. 12k lead almost the entirety on Satanic.
Yep.
He's up 11k to the next person in that worthless. That is so absurd.
The thing, you can use this against the enemy team if you have a chance to kill the hero from full to 0, right? Like if you can clutch him out. But I will say doing that, like the window of doing this is, maybe it's even past, because he's gonna have an Aegis, and like we've talked about before, he has so many saves. Which is, if you go on him and he gets false promise, steal? Good job by Satanic to stop attacking.
Yeah.
Had he hit it one more time, it would have definitely died.
That would have been so hilarious.
Okay, let's see. They have the Aegis, the Roshan's banner as well. Are there any siege creeps available? They have a bottom wave with 2 siege creeps. This does matter because you have the banner. So maybe they would want to go here.
Aggressive here, it seems, right off the bat.
Đấy cái là gì quái lú này không? Son đạn này này. Oh, lâu lại.
Gem has been dropped. Will they pick it up this time?
Getting rid of one hero at this stage.
Thôi à.
Pretty important. Is 33 able to clean up the siege? So ends up working out for Tundra, delaying the Aegis. That's all you can really do.
Hai grom một món đó. Là bị quậy sóc bộ vậy kìa. Sóc bộ vậy. Nó lên phay mà xíu, lên phay con ti này. Để đá với ti à mấy hiểu.
So support for support in the end, both with buybacks.
Does have the monocle, so of course the attack range is quite high. Swiftling to also back it up if he wants to go more aggressively into the fight. Hand of Midas dropped here. Why are they all pinging that? Did BZM drop his Midas on the ground?
What? No.
I mean, they all pinged Hand of Midas on the ground and now they're tipping him, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Sure it was really important.
I didn't quite pay attention to the gold lead, like if it went up 2k gold after they picked it up or whatever. That's funny. Of course, our interviewers will get on the case later to ask about that, very important fact.
Along with the earwax as well. Make sure you guys get on that, very important to know.
We got a shield rune, and there's the refresher we talked about earlier. For no one, also 25 talent, not too far away for him. Just quite nice on the...
Is that the double slight?
Yeah.
I mean, both are really good.
Yeah, you can't really go wrong. Crystallis as well. I mean, we've seen more of people go the hammer talent, which it's quite nice. You have high cast range, you have good cast speed as well. But I like the Starbreaker cooldown. I feel like it might be nice if they have a secondary carry. Saksa will do the Glimmer TP out, and we've got...
Là bị. Xịt đen này là bị. Là bị. Chấp chó này bị. Thôi, mèo, lùm.
Eventually come from Satanic.
By the way,
the high ground.
eyes on Saksa. He's got the walrus kick.
Oh yeah.
Trời đẹp. Mega League bị sạch ra. Kẻ thú lại bị xịt đen này. Xịt đen này của bà lông. Mà đúng. Bị ra. Bia này hiểu tung xuống chu đấy. Trời bị nãy cái là chỉ hiểu kêu gì vậy đó. Nãy cái là sao? Oh, kỳ ra. Đúng rồi cái kỳ ra. Thật kẻ thề lại vì mà xịt đen này. Ôi, nãy cái là xong nha con nghĩ rồi. Ý chứ sẵn phải trả gì.ตีđấy. Tiêu. Xịt đen này tiêu. Phi ra đi. Wow, video.
So Satanic is gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Are you fine?
Xong nhá con này quá. PARIVISION bây giờ thất thủ bị thời. Đi à.
It's really getting to you, and they should be getting this because it is a
Đúng mà. Ồ vậy, sao rồi vậy? Ôi rồi. Không để nãy cái là gì vậy? Hiện lúc này bà BZM bia này. Sao vậy? Cái là gì? Cái là gì? TV mà đó không? DM. Xịt. TV. Nó đây Amber nó đó còn nhà. Xịt đến này. Biết. Yêu, cái biết đi yêu ấy. Bí ra nhà tì rú này. Ace, Daga play me. Pasaka có. Cái biết này à, bí ra để cái Gary nè. Số này còn nhiều lúc bỏ. Bây giờ em bây giờ biết không lại bây giờ này. Sagan là lên lấy. Thì đến này liệu bám vào luôn nhỉ. Rồi sẽ lên để bài bạn, đúng không? Lên bài bạn. Phá lông mà. Bí đây bạn ạ. Hậu bí, gì đấy này của lâu bí. Ý chứ gì thì nhám lông này. Nãy cái là gì lúc này bạn ạ. Nãy cái là BKB. Precisely, BKB shit. 5v4 về này high ground. Ý ra. Lại ốm mà là. Lại đâu.
It's so hard for them to deal with the Satanic name. He has 50,000 net worth at 45 minutes. Might be a record.
Nếu hàng lòng xịt đến này.
We haven't seen any alchemists who are like exceeding over 1k GPM.
I mean, I don't even know he can get it anymore.
He just ate his own Aghanim Scepter, he consumed it. He also got a Moon Shard, and now he has another 8,000 gold to boot.
Wait, he doesn't have Aghanim Scepter.
He's eating it.
He's eating it now. Okay.
Yep, he's hungry.
He ate the Moon Shard.
And the Aghanims.
With the earwax. So yep. I think they're all good to go here for PARIVISION. 26k lead.
1130 GPM. I mean, Tundra are just struggling to deal with Satanic. not like even just the hero alone, but he's backed up with Ducalis, who will keep saving him. Picked up the Holy Locket, has the shard, so I like the itemization. Same with the 9 class saves. Tundra looking for a surprise.
That's what he had to do.
Jump on 9 class.
No way, win la bi. Ace ba sa won lwe wa bi. BKB. TP. BKB. High ground လေးပဲလေးလေးမိုင်းကလိုက်တော့ Sector. Sector လုံးအချိန်ကြီးဆွဲထားတယ်
Gets the snowball off the kick as well.
တကောင်ရတကောင်ယူလားမရဘူးမင်းတို့နောက်မှာ9 class ကြီးထောက်ထားတယ်ဘာမှလုပ်လို့မရဘူးတေးလိုက်တော့ Crystal လေးဒီမှာ dive ပတ်သွားပြီဟင်းတော့လွတ်သွားတယ်
to the triangle area. Now he goes to the south, but guess who has all the mobility in the world? It is no
one. မရတော့ဘူး dive ပတ်သွားပြီ Crystal လေး dive ပတ်သွား
and no way that is a dieback. So 2 dead for Tundra. And this is a 5 versus 3 situation.
Ace ကို support ရရနေရ
Push the waves. The cataclysm is too late. And now
ရပါပြီ GG ခေါ်လိုက်ပါတော့ပြန်မလို့နောက်တစ်ဝဲပဲဆော့လိုက်ပါတော့ဟုတ်တယ် GG ခေါ်လိုက်တော့
GG's call on Soxa. So PARIVISION secure game number 1 off the back of some disgusting play from Satanic.
Train high.
His farm 23 and 2. What a monster.
Yeah,
this guy, he's a damn good character.
Facebook ကဟာငါပြန်ကြည့်လို့မရဘူးခင်ဗျာ
I believe they lost to the Nature's Prophet also back to back.
No,
so
but a
little bit from that. I will say Tundra, they held on pretty well, like pretty nicely in the mid game. I'm not the biggest fan of the tempo against the draft, so I feel like PARIVISION did have the upper hand there, but also the saves around it, the way they play, with the Marcy, the yeah, well, we'll see if they end up banning Nature's Prophet. It's a damn good hero.
You do, right?
Yeah, they say it was 80+% win rate. They just didn't think that they would pick it because they haven't picked it all tournament, but they show that they can play it. But I would personally, for me, this game is 9 class.
ဟိုကပြန်လုပ်လိုက်တာဗာလေပြန် stream ဟာအကြောင်းမလို့
No, for sure. The saves,
absurd. Just disrupting every combo that Tundra kind of picked into.
Yeah.
As this was the play of the game for BZM for sure. The tornado in the blind spot.
And it was kind of like, to me, this
brought
looked
them back in the game.
Yeah, it definitely looked like this could be,
like
a bit of
yeah,
a comeback.
so
PARIVISIon too good in this game number 1.
As we go back to studio.
Thank you so much.
My would be right.
Yeah, this game for Tundra, it was not really going off to a good start.
အော်ပြောနေ
ဟိုရှိမှဒီရရှိမှလို့ဆိုတာတကယ်တဲတယ်မဟုတ်လား
ဟင်းငါအော်ပြောနေအားလို့စပ်ပတ်ရဲ့
The lanes, everything
တော့တယ်ခဏတော့နားလိုက်အောင်ခဏတော့နားလိုက်အောင်ပဲဆိုတာ
Yeah,
အော်ခဏတာစီးပြပဲနေရတာ
ဟုတ်တယ်ပွဲက15မိနစ်တော့ပဲကြာပါတယ်နောက်တော့ဝဲထလာအောင်ပါလေ မ game ဝဲပဲရှိနေရ
All 3 of their lanes went really well. Satanic on the Nature's Prophet.
So I pinned out that cheap video to
just the second he gets that teleport level 2,
like stream နေပါဆိုတော့မှ
into a double kill. And after that, it felt like the story of that early game. Every move that 9 class was making or no one was making, they had the instant connection from the Nature's Prophet. Whereas for Tundra, they were just playing defensive. They had to come back from that laning stage.
They did have that one Hail Mary play of 33 jumping in and snatching Aegis. Unfortunately, Jenkins, nothing else really came out of that except for denying it away from PARIVISIon.
Yeah, he tried to pull a collapse, but it just didn't really come together in the end. I mean, also Whitemon was doing some pretty good split pushing. I feel like he was being an annoying little Pugna running around the map with his Glimmer, like, hitting towers from out of range. That was pretty good, but with PARIVISIon, like, they were just on top of things. I think I would agree with Suns fan that Satanic probably just hit a record GPM for the tournament. And I would still give it to 9 class.
Oh my God.
Like, when you look at the Tundra draft, there's so many AoE things to jump out of for 9 class. Like Call, Invoker, Sunstrike, Dawnbreaker, even Tusk, like getting people away from like a Pugno, like sucking you. All of these things are just stuck in a certain area, and if you're anchored there, you're gonna lose the fight. And that's exactly how it looked.
အင်တာလေးပါသွားလိုက်အောင်
I was surprised when you said the GPM.
အဲ့ပါခဏဝင်ကြည့်လိုက်ပါမင်း open နေပြ
It's freaking crazy. And what we talked about in the draft.
အဲ့ကွဲပါလားစစ်ကွဲပါ2နာရီဒီဆက်ကြီးတစ်ခုတော့ခေါင်းနဲ့မမတ်မိဘူး2နာရီကြာအဲ့ဆက်
ဘုံဘုံကဝမ်းနေတာခင်ခဏနေအောင်
He did show up to
ဖုန်း
game
တစ်ဆော့နေပြန်လာ
consistently, and he participated in some of those.
ဖုန်းတစ်ဆော့နေပြန်လာ
It was just like one kill. Not enough for them to get a gold advantage, and then to actually out carry against the highest DPS guy. Like, I have seen so many Prophets just get her right clicking from 700 units away for so much of this tournament. You just can't let the hero through.
I have the stat, by the way.
Oh,
so
yeah.
The previous record GPM was 991. And it was Satanic on Meeple. So he beat his own record by almost 200.
Yeah, I was going to say almost 200.
Insane.
I mean, that was a crazy game by him, really. It felt like he had something to prove on the stage today. You guys were clowning me. Look how good I am at this game. But what you guys said about 9 class really did come into play, like all the rebound and dispose saves. And the issue for Tundra was that their heroes are high committal. Like when you look at the way that their draft functions, their axe goes in on that call, presses the blade mail. Same with the Dawnbreaker. After she ults in, she's blade mailed, and if you're not getting the key targets in those moments, you're in the middle of the fight, and you still have to deal with all of the damage coming out of Nature's Prophet. So if you're committing your bodies, you have to just hope the fight goes perfectly, and that just wasn't the case. They were too far behind in net worth to really get the key targets there.
Yep. Sorry, I was just thinking about the Aegis snatch because you were talking about the axe, and I was thinking about all that. But I was also thinking about the other MOBA that's happening right now here at the Esports World Cup is League of Legends. The defending champions over there in T1 lost their match. Lost it.
The whole game or the whole series? Or
T1 is with Faker, right?
Yes. They eliminated.
Oh my goodness.
They did not make it.
I want to say Faker is a really good guy because I was in the elevator with him and I had a Guitar Hero guitar and I was doing a bit where I was just moving closer and closer to him, and he really let me put the guitar very close into his face before he showed any level of like, excuse me, sir, get away from me with this Guitar Hero guitar.
Why do you have an anecdote for literally everything in life?
And then I told him that I was a Guitar Hero professional. He believed me. So he's a really good guy. Like he is trusting in other people, so it's sad to see him go.
I'll take that story with a grain of salt personally.
That actually happened. That happened last year.
Makes sense.
The thing is, he has an anecdote for everything, but I'm not really sure if he's made anything up before. We're gonna have to, come back and fact check. Someone who loves facts, Purge. You're gonna break it down the game a little bit more because we gotta focus on the superior MOBA here.
I actually hate facts, believe it or not, but I do have some facts for you.
Apparently you're not a stats person.
Loveline. I do have some clips I'd love to show you here. Right before this went live, I figured out a way to make the colors really weird. Do you
want help? Do you want me to hold your microphone for you?
I just got really scared, that's all. I can't. I just made it way worse. Anyways, I can still see the heroes. We're safe. All right, so what's happening is Ducalis is looking for gank setups at 7 minutes into the game. And that is because they might think like, we don't have the best pressure heroes, but he's just looking not for a Sunstrike, but a Nature's Prophet strike from the sky, basically. So he's just looking for like a low HP hero. Maybe I can find somebody and get a kill. So he ends up dying for this, but he's a level 4 hero. Who gives a crap? Give him a little gold. You're winning the game anyways,
I don't even care.
It's not even that big of a deal, because if he finds a kill, that's a really big deal. And here's 3-3 trying to pressure Satanic a little bit, and now he's doing what Oracle actually does do, which is sit behind his cores to make sure that he doesn't die. And because he ends up finding this 1v1, 3-3 all chatted, of course. He said, bro, this is a 1v1. Why are you doing this to me? But they said he didn't actually all chat that, but that's what he was thinking. Like I was just wanted to get
that narrative.
I wanted to get a little solo kill here for free, and he just messed that up for them because he's Ducalis. He's trying to play his game normally. Check this out. No one is basically on the map doing what Ducalis is trying to do, but better because he's an Ember Spirit. He gets a kill, and then he's like, you know what? I'm gonna do this over in the mid lane too, because Tundra's like, oh, we're gonna pressure this mid tower. No big deal.
Here we go.
This is what we do. He just shows up. He gets a 2-man Searing Chains. Again, Ducalis is there. He's everywhere on the map. You can't stop this man. They kill the Pugna for free. BZM has to go invisible because he's a coward. He doesn't want to die. It's really, really important for him that he doesn't die. And they're going to sentry under this tower and further pressure. Look at this. They force the Dawnbreaker ulti defensively just to kill Ducalis because, he's a really cool guy. And then Ember Spirit gets out. So just constant pressure on the map. They just aren't slowing down in the absolute slightest here. And again, running at their opponents, taking this net worth advantage, bringing the Nature's Prophet at the right time. And when it isn't the right time, all he's doing is hitting creeps, because that's how you get 1100 GPM on the best carry of the patch at an 80% win rate. So they are just running at their opponents. Look at what Dawnbreaker's accomplishing here. He can't do shit because he's not actually a carry. He's a he's an off-lane hero played as a carry so that he can globally jump into this fight. So every single engagement going well. 13-4 KD or kill score here at that point in the game. You just can't stop PARIVISION. They're ready to run you.
What degree of devastation would you rate that at, Purge?
It wasn't that extreme, I don't think.
You wouldn't say it was the highest degree of devastation?
Absolutely not. But it was like a firm, we're going to control the game from the start to the finish, and we're never going to get it up. And then when you see the GPM at the end, that's when it gets really crazy. It's very big.
There is also the flip side to it. I love you breaking that down, Purge. All of the great plays that were coming out. We've already highlighted how good 9 Class's Marcy was, as well as now Ducalis' Oracle, just how oppressive, it felt, the way that he was playing, situating himself. But yeah, on the other side with Tundra, there is a lot of question marks for me around 33, how he was playing this axe. It didn't feel like the 33 axe that we got to see in groups, I got to see in that elimination phase. It just was a little bit lackluster, and the follow-up wasn't there. The team coordination wasn't there for how they had drafted. This axe goes in, everyone else is going to be either behind him or the Dawn coming in, and just it wasn't there.
Yeah, I mean, he got shut down super hard in that laning stage, and we talked about it a little bit during the draft, but there's going to be a period of the game where they can't do much until Axe gets his Blink Dagger. So it's a matter of how much PARIVISION could do in that period, because your mid-hero, Invoker, he's not initiating, he's not starting fights. Dawnbreaker carry, she's not starting fights either. She's a follow-up hero. Your Tusk, a support, not going to have a Blink Dagger early. So the strategy of Tundra's mid-game fighting was entirely dependent on Axe's item timings, which were just completely slowed down by PARIVISION. So when you look at that and you think about how difficult it was for them to play, like maybe having their item timings 4 minutes delayed, it was a tall order for them. Like it needed PARIVISION to mess up a little bit or overextend sometimes or get caught on side lanes, which they just didn't. They played very tough.
I think part of the bait is Nature's Prophet, because when you look at the draft, it was not actually like a very good Axe game. You call it Undying, he's like, so what, 3,000 HP, spawning zombies on you. It's really difficult to call Ember. Oracle can literally merge them out during the game. They picked it in this is a counter to Axe. But it's also a hero that goes really high for items and can hypothetically lane and play against Nature's Prophet. Now the issue with Nature's is, as you said, Purge, 85% win rate hero, broken carry. It just out-farms, and you have these one-to-one matchups where, like, yeah, if Axe is the same net worth as a Nature's Prophet, then yes, Axe is a counter to Nature's. The hero just has 2 item advantage on you all the time because of how he farms. So it does not work like that, and I would very much expect an Nature's Prophet ban coming out of the next game.
How much would you guys say that watching pro play impacts how you guys play cards and the way you think about it?
Well, I definitely get an idea of what I'm supposed to do in my head, much like the Blockbuster video we watched earlier this morning, but it doesn't always get executed the same way.
Okay, that's great, because we're going to rewatch that Blockbuster. That's right. We're going to have a little bit of a look inside what a player's mind might be with the impact of pro players and just exactly how officials play out.
We all watch esports to get inspired by the pros. Take part of their gameplay, their essence, and make it our own.
Yeah, I can do that.
But have you ever wondered, how does that change your brain?
Alright, here we go.
Hey guys. He's booting up. Alright, let's go. Well, at least it's not Radiance and Alright boys, let's get some unranked in.
မဟုတ်လေလားဘာပြောလဲတော်ရစေကွဲရောငါတို့ process မှာယူကွာ back seat ပို့လိုက်တာပါတိက
Played support not one time in our lives.
အဲ့ဘယ်လိုပြောလဲဆိုတော့ငါတို့ကယူရအတိမရှိတော့ဒါနဲ့ကနေတာပါတိကအဲ့လိုပြစတိုက်ဖြစ်နေကွာငါမင်းမကြီးလူတို့ထဲကိုတေချာကြည့်တကောင်မှစင်ရှိကိုကြည့်ကြည့်တာအချင်းစကားပြောတာအာပုံစိတ်ကြနေတာလားအကုန်စိတ်ကွဲနေကွာ like တွေရတယ်ဆိုတော့ငါတို့ comment ပေးနေရပါစိတ်ကွဲနေတော့မီးရောင်တေချာကြည့်တော့တိလားတော့ညလောက်ခိုင်းအချင်းချင်းစကားပြောခိုင်းတယ်ကွာဒီရောင်
87. Yes.
အဲ့ဒါဆောင်းစုံတာပါလို့ပေါ့တော့ဖက်ကြည့်တော့အဲ့ဒီကောင်လေး psychologist တွေနဲ့ပေါင်းပြီးလုပ်တာပါဒီကဗီဒီယိုသားတင်နေတာတော့မစ်စစ်ကွဲနေချင်းမှာပြီးဒီမီးရောင်လေးနေမီးရောင်လေးကခိုင်းလာလုပ်နေတော့ပါစဉ်းစားကြည့်ဆောင်းကြောက်ဖို့ပေါ့ဒါပေမဲ့အဲ့အချိန်ကဆောင်းပြုတ်ပေါ့တော့ဘာလို့အဲ့မီးရောင်လေးကမင်းစကားပြောခိုင်းတယ်မေးပေးရတယ်တဲ့
I didn't do anything.
ဘုံစကားပြောတော့ဘာမှစင်ကြည့်နေပါဒီက BCG ပဲယူ
Alright.
ဒါပေမဲ့ငါတို့ကကွာဒါကြီးကိုသွားကြည့်နေတော့ကွာဒီကဘာပြောရလဲဆိုတော့ငါဒီဟာယူတကယ်လို့ထင်ပေါ်တာကွာဒီက
So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put
ငါမျိုးလုံးမှာဂျူသားကြီးနေနေရပါဒီကဒါကြီးကတန်ပိတ်ကွာဒီကငါတို့ visual လုပ်နေတယ်မြင်ရပါအဲ့ငါအဲ့လိုဟောပြောပါဒီကငါဒါကြီးကိုစရိုက်ကြည့်ခဏကိုပြတ်လို့အတိတ်တော့ကြည့်ရောတိတ်လေးပြောက်ပါပြောက်ကြည့်ဆောင်းကျဲတော့လေးလောက်တာဒီတော့လေးကောင်လေးတော့ပွဲလောက်တာပါလေကောင်လေး 前ဖြစ်တာမဟုတ်ဘူးဒါ mosh pit လောက်တာ前ဖြစ်နေရပေါ့ mosh pit လောက်တာတော်တယ်ဆိုတော့ဒါပေမဲ့တုံးတာဒါပေမဲ့တကောင်မှအတိစိတ်မရှိဘူးအဲ့ရုပ်တည်ကြီးရတယ်ဆောင်းဝဲကျဲတယ်လောက်တာအဲ့ဒီအဖြစ်ကမင်းပြန်မှုပါပါလေအဲ့ချိန်မှာငါတို့အသက်ရှူလိုက်တာပါရေးတယ်ဒီဖြူရိုက်နေလိုက်တာလေမြတ်ကွာကအတိပြန်ကတ်လာပြီးတော့အသက်ဖြတ်ရှူတယ်ပါချက်ချင်းအစောဝဲမေးရတယ်ကွာရောစေးကြောက်ပူသွားပြီလေငါတို့ကစင်ကြီးလေးပေါ်ပြဲနေမြင်တာပါဒါအဲ့တော့လောက်ခါဆောင်းမိုက်တယ်တော့မြင်ရတယ်အားဒီကနားမှာအဲ့တော့နားမှာဒီနားမှာကိုရဲနေမှာအဲ့လိုရမှာကွာဒီကငါစင်ရဲ့ဒီဘက်မှာနေရအောင်အဲ့တော့စင်တစောင်းမြင်ရ right ဟုတ်တယ်ပါအဲ့တော့ငါစင်ကြီးတစောင်းကြီးစောက်လာရဆိုမြင်တာပါဒီလားငါစင်ရဲ့အရှိတ်တဲ့ပေါ့စင်ကြီးတစောင်းကြီးစောက်တာစောင်းမိုက်နေတယ်ဒီလားဒါပေမဲ့ DJ ကငါတို့ကပလဲတယ်ကိုယ်ကလှည့်နေရဆိုကိုယ်တည်းတယ်ပဲအဲ့တော့အဲ့စင်ကြီးလို့တစောင်းကြီးစောက်တာပဲမြင်တာပါဒီဘက်တစ်ချမ်းမလွယ်ပါလားဆောင်းကျဲစိတ်ကကြိုက်တော့မှအဲ့လိုနေရအောင်ဝေးမှာအဲ့ straight မီးနဲ့လေသာထိုးနေအဲ့အလကားမဟုတ်ပါလားသူက control လုပ်နေတော့လေဒါနဲ့ပိုင်လေ
Yeah, it was very revealing.
up. Yeah, Ricky. He's a prophet. Okay, Vi massa orge. Nóเป็นจี้หนุ่มนะดูว่าเท่แล้วเนี่ยดูสิ
There is very little you can do to like 3 or 4 Meepos jumping on you. You perma root him. Like the way Nature's plays is maybe you get like a Hurricane Pike, maybe you get like a Satanic. You have these things that dispel once or get you a little bit away. Meepo has no problem. It would be different if Meepo had a single like long net that you could escape from, right? But he's got 4 nets that he's chaining on you. So any hero that just uses like 1 or 2 cooldowns, like Manta's not good against Meepo, for example. Like you basically need to BKB, but I think by the timing, Nature's will get a BKB against Meepo. Meepo's still able to just full to 0 him with just right clicks.
Yeah, I would prefer to see this Nature's Prophet kind of relegated to offlane. I don't know if 33 would be willing to do that, but what they're lacking right now on Tundra, which makes this Meepo pick especially frightening, is not just the core of the matchup, but also no AoE damage. Like, if this is a Nature's Prophet carry, he's a single target damage kind of guy, which Meepo loves to play against. I mean, typically versus Meepo, you would have things like a Sven come out at the very end, but you can't do that unless you're willing to flex this Nature's Prophet, or you're willing to play some AoE damage offlaner like Primal Beast, which I don't think we've seen 33 play either.
Yeah, it's an interesting thought, but if you flex the Prophet to a different role to get the better carry matchup, then you just really lack damage, I feel like, is the other problem. Because CM and Ricky don't apply much damage at all unless CM gets a good ulti off. Puck can be a bit weak in damage as well, so I almost feel like they have to stick with the Prophet carry and then get the AoE solution that you mentioned.
I think the single best hero in the game against Meepo is Elder Titan, but it's such a niche pick that, like, 33 would have to be playing something and spamming it in pubs to play it in officials. It's hard to theory craft something for him that can actually counter Meepo here.
Sand King, that's one of his old school picks.
I could see Sand King. Yeah.
Sand King with the blind.
Because at least it's an AoE stun as well.
Isn't it too low win rate though?
It's a bad hero, yes. It's definitely bad, but I agree with Mira. I think that is his best option. I mean, Underlord, but...
I was thinking Underlord, but it still doesn't fit the archetype of 33.
It's not a 33 hero.
It's like the Venn diagrams just aren't really overlapping that much right now. I'm sure
he likes auras.
They're going to see something we done. Well, they're going to have to because they only have 8 seconds left.
I mean, you can also just go Dawn.
Okay.
That is still in the pool.
It is.
And they do go Underlord.
Yeah, I think it fits his playstyle a little bit. Like, it's not... he buys auras, it's going to reduce the Meepo damage, he's going to AoE root. I don't like him getting hooked this game. If you're Underlord and you have to buy yourself like a 4-staff or something, that does not feel good. He cannot protect himself from the Pudge in that way. But if he can like pipe and Crimson his team, that'll make his Nature's Prophet survive a lot longer.
I'm going to be honest, I think a huge problem in Tundra's draft is that every single one of their heroes is countered by 4-staff. Every single one of them. Like, they're countered by repositioning, and they're playing into Pudge, who has hook. And the supports of PARIVISION, they're going to get 4-staffs. You 4-staff out of the Underlord route. They have all these circles on the ground. CM ulti, CM root, Puck coil, Ricky Cloud, Nature's Prophet Sprout. They legitimately, every one of their heroes has a circle you want to force out of. They have all these circles on the ground.
That is very true. I'll approach this a bit more optimistically for Tundra. Like, we didn't talk about the puck pick at all, but it's quite the solid puck pick. There's nothing really that threatens it on the map. Maybe it's not doing enough damage, but it's going to give you the ability to split push, potentially draw out the game, farm to the point where you then are strong, because the way for you to get caught right now is by an Orchid or getting netted out of phase shift or something, which isn't very easy to do. The Underlord should be able to keep up and farm, or at least hit the aura timing early enough, because I don't see him dying on lane to this Oracle plus Meepo combination unless he steps out of line or makes a mistake. So he should hit that aura timing early on. And because you have this Ricky backline jumper, if you're finding the Oracle first at the start of the fight, and you take out Oracle, then I do believe in Tundra's ability to just play out the long fight
Wow, no one Pudge. This dumpsters Puck in lane. Okay, at least it did before the curveball facet. This is actually one of Puck's most difficult matchups. You cannot whittle down a Pudge with your right clicks, and you could legit just run at Puck.
He doesn't have a projectile to dodge either.
Yeah, and this is an insane Rubik game as well. Like, the #1 counter in the game to Underlord is Rubik. Even when Rubik is a trash hero, you'll see Underlord teams like banning Rubik and then picking Underlord.
Firestorm is such a good spell to steal.
Every spell, every spell.
You get the AoE facet, it does percentage-based damage. Yeah.
Hit of Malice as well is ridiculous.
That's the problem, is he can't cover. Like, there's no button he can press to cover Rubik stealing a good spell.
Sure, ulti.
You give him giving him ulti as, like, you walk into a fight, you press R on Underlord, and you're guaranteed to get a better version of the hero, essentially.
Alright guys, it feels like we're loving what PARIVISION are bringing out. It's a little bit of spice, a little bit fun in potentially their last game here on the stage. So let's head on down there and let's hear from their coach, Astini.
Hello, Mr. Astini. I mean, you've made my job extremely easy right now. I mean, firstly, tell me about this Pudge mid. Is this something you've been sitting on for a while, ready to throw out, or are you having a bit of fun here?
We practice a lot Pudge, mostly on position 4. We just didn't get the chance to play because the tournament doesn't have so many games, but it's definitely a strategy we want to run. And today is 9 class birthday. He told me I want to play Pudge as my birthday gift. I pick it for him, but suddenly he's telling me, free game Pudge meet, free game Pudge meet. And I'm like, bro, you choose Pudge, now you want another hero? He's like, yes, I want Rubik. Okay, have Rubik. That's how it works.
All right, so he gets his birthday Rubik at least. That's good to hear. And also we have a Meepo coming out. Is this a specific answer to something, or are you just creating problems for Tundra to deal with?
We played some screens against them. We picked Meepo, PL, we destroyed them with those heroes. Feels like they don't have answers to heroes with copies, and that was the logic.
All right, thank you very much, Astini. Good luck here in game number 2. Let's see if it's going to be PARIVISION to get the 2-0 over Tundra in this match, or if Tundra can fight back and turn it into a 1-1.
Welcome, game
2 is an absolute banger. That was an amazing interview as well. It's like, okay, yeah, we just give them whatever they want for their birthday. Yeah, okay, good stuff. Oh, and they, you know, Tundra really sucks against copies of other heroes.
Yeah, apparently they can't deal with. I love that Nineclass. He's like full on troll. You know, it's like your birthday, you choose one hero. Yeah. So he gets caught. He's like, JK, bro. Bulletsmith, give me Rubik. Give me like 2 of the worst heroes. But no, they have played these before, and honestly, it's not a bad Pudge game at all. Jenkins was talking about it, of course, being a OG Pudge player. You know, for some reason, griefing every 3rd game that he ever plays with Dota 2. Yeah. But it lanes well into the puck. You have some backup with the Oracle. You can buy a blink, you can initiate the fight. So yeah, I like both these lineups. We did also see the Underlord come out here for 33, which is quite good in this game against the Meepo with a couple of the auras. Yeah, so Underlord good against Meepo. Ricky, I would say good against Meepo because of the smoke screen. Yep. If it was a core, it would have been pretty good because of Tricks of the Trade with Aghanim Scepter, which is something you always get, but because it's a support, not so much maybe. And then on the other side, like this Meepo is going to create all these issues, but the Rubik maybe sliding under the radar a bit against the like Underlord. He becomes a better version of Underlord. Yeah, and Underlord is a lot about his spells, like the Firestorm, the Pit of Malice, super good in this game. Like a lot of like tanky heroes, also like the Root, quite annoying for Puck to play around. BZM will walk into them. Okay, he does not. No one is there just in time, and that's first blood for your mid-Pudge on PARIVISION. Good luck. My goodness. Good luck, have fun after the first blood. The hook was perfect timing. It was a good layering of the stuns as well, because Nineclass decided to scale lift, just make sure that BZM couldn't go to his orb. That's a first blood on the mid-Pudge, which is very nice for you. So bonus gold for you and 1.1 strength, so more base damage. That's right, Fatty McFatty at it again. Not talking about no one, by the way, it's Pudge. Yeah. Speaking. I'm sure many people thought that you were calling him out here. Yeah, only people we call out are earwax eaters, but that's another story entirely. So how bad is this matchup for Puck? Well, in terms of the lane, you're going to get out CS pretty hard because Pudge is 25 more damage than Puck. And at this level, I mean, the 5 damage can be enough to get out CS at this level. So I'd say Pudge has a really good attack animation too. Yeah, he is fat. He can just stay on top of the creeps. Again, like, talking about Pudge. Of course. And let's see. That's 49s in the first wave. Call it. It's a rough start for BZM. And he's got a BZM. So killing a lot. That's a 5th deny. That's gonna be a 6-1 on this one. Trouble in the top lane. The shield from he gets a little bit of damage with the Crystal Maiden, but Nineclass ends up getting the kill with the right click and the axes from DM. You are not supposed to die in this lane. Sorry for cutting you off, but dying to a lift and axes on Beast is you cannot let that happen. So already 2 lanes advantage PARIVISION. As we will just see the CS grow in that mid lane. So let's talk about bottom a bit. Ball's getting gone on. On the Ricky Maru. So how countered is the Meepo, would you say? Because sometimes, like in my experience, we used to, have Weehaw on our team. He loved the Meepo. Of course. Sometimes the other team overdoes it on the counter, and then another core can kind of step up as a result. He is countered, yeah, but he has a lot of other heroes that will go in and that are equipped for a good game. Like DM, they're getting a kill top. He has no one on the fatty Pudge in the mid lane who's set up for a very good game. So sure, you're countered kind of, but there's so many things that Meepo can do nowadays. I mean, we'll see the Crimson Guard, of course, can come out, the Smoke Cloud, as you've said. But another reason why I like the Ricky a lot, it's a very good counter to the Oracle. Later, when you get the shard, there's no saves, there's no 4 stats that can come out, so could allow as well to really get on this one guy and try to get him killed. No one rocking the 8 denies at 220, probably a record time. Yeah, you love the records. I do. Top 10. Somebody get on that. And that's another benefit. Can potentially get. He's not going to get both. Amazing start. 10-8 versus the 9. BZM, he is getting a good amount of CS. It's just the denies that's going to. Yeah. No one will hit level 6 at this rate way before BZM. Yeah. I mean, BZM should get through this lane like pretty nicely. I mean, the Pudge doesn't really ever like. BZM patient, but now the rot slowing him to a crawl. No one. Yeah, we do get another orb off, so BZM will get a little regen now as a result of the dodge as well. You have to be careful. This time takes the tumble in the top lane.
အောက်လေးမှာဟဲ့အောင်လေးနဲ့အကျုံးခံနေရပဲရောင်တန်ရိုက်ရဆော့ခွဲရဟုတ်တယ် tricky လွတ်သွားမလွတ်ဘူးရိုက်ပြီဝိုင်းရိုက်ပြီအဲ့ကောင်လေးတော့မရဘူးနော်ရှောမှာနော်ရှောဟောရရပါသေးပြန်ပေးရ 2v1 trade
with another one to his name.
Well, this is a pretty good lane for Satanic. You're up against like 2 melee heroes. Ricky doesn't pressure the lanes too much. So, yeah, they are set up for some good early lanes here. At least have their hands on the Nature's Prophet, a hero that we've kind of seen pop up in every single game that we've casted.
Yes, no doubt.
စစ်တမ်းနဲ့ဆိုဝင်ရထက်ပြောရကောင်လေးဆိုဟုတ်တယ်လားပတ်မှာတွေ့ရဆိုတာကျဲလိုက်တဲ့ကောင်လေးကကိုစင်းမလို့ဆို
That's a Valve thing.
Little hook.
Another, yeah, great hook. 100% hook rate so far.
That is true. BZM.
Okay, courier kill.
ကာရီယာသွားတတ်တယ်ဟုတ်တယ်နော်
တော့ဖြစ်တယ်ဆိုပြီးတော့
What in the world? This is a very clowny game.
ည3နှစ်ထဲနဲ့ walk out ဝင်ဆော့လိုက်ဟုတ်တာ just see
And the Ricky stuck inside as well. 33 will be dropped again. And Soxa only can do his run. So, safe lane advantage P-Vision, mid lane advantage P-Vision, top lane advantage P-Vision. 9 class gets the kill on Whitemon. It's only a 1k net worth, but experience has to be
in favor. မနေ့ကတန်တော်ဝင်ရတယ်လိုက်တော့တန်တော်နိုင်ပါ ADF တို့နဲ့ဖုတ်
tricks of the trade, but the Earthbind's going to hold him in place.
အော်ဟုတ်အဲ့ဒါဟိုကနိုင်ပါ ADF တို့နိုင်ပါ
Spirit နိုင်ပါ
Spirit နဲ့ Final ဆင်းနေဖက်
is going to get some help from 9 class as if he needed
9 class လာပြီလမ်းလျှောက်နေပြီလမ်းလျှောက်နေပြီ Fishy တို့မှာစောင်းစောလုံးလားလို့
just a really casual kill for P-Vision again.
ဟုတ်တယ်နော်
My goodness.
ပြနေပြီ Tundra အပြခံနေရပြီ
5 minutes.
It's like they're picking these troll picks and they destroy with them.
Yeah, they must be feeling pretty good. I'm sure they're having a good time.
ပြန်စစ်လေဘယ်သူရှော့တုံးနေရောဘာလို့လုံးမျိုးပဲနဲ့
33 shows up,
can dodge.
And I mean
33
ကွာ has no idea.
နှစ်ခုတော့ကွာနေအော်လိုင်းရတယ်
3 gauntlets.
ဒိန်းနဲ့ကွာနေ
A glove of haste at the moment.
Yeah, which means this lane is getting much easier, like in the coming minutes. Sure, you can go for the treads, but Satanic, he's level 5 already, so he's always having a good time. Whitemon is dead.
Whitemon နောက်တော့သူဝင်ကြရပဲဝင်နေနိုင်ဝင်ထွက်နေနိုင်ထွက်တက်ချင်နိုင်တက်ကြည်ကြည်တိုင်းပြန်ဒီဘူစစ်တဲ့နေ့အမှစောက်ခေါက်ပိုင်း9កောင်ရောက်လာ4កောင်လုံးရောက်လာပချအထက်မှာ Chris ဟုတ်ဗလေ Ricky လာခဲ့ဘာမှမထူဘူးရ
No kill coming out from Tundra in the mid lane as the arcane rune snagged by no one. Everything going P-Vision's way.
PARIVISION ဘာလို့လို့ဖြစ်နေလို့ချင်အောင်ဘာမှလုပ်လို့မရDon't run.
How do they recover from this? Because I don't. It's not easy to defend.
This is the nine. Quite. Those are chow. That's not it though.
40 CS nearly at minute 6.
Wow.
4k lead at 6 minutes.
You will lose your video.
I mean, one thing we've learned though is Member comes out. Won't really be used for a kill in all likelihood. Orb away for BZM. But P-Vision have given up leads. So,
they might be a little late, as it does spawn in 12 seconds. Yeah, these are too late.
The wisdom shrine. Move it around wherever you want.
Oh, but they're here.
P-Vision
can delay it.
On the way, 33 with the Pit of Malice.
33.
Satanic gets inside of the circle. It's all rampage. Oh, the hook actually does not.
Oh, yeah,
Looks like
33
stuck in the middle here. A lot of damage onto the meatball, though they do get Satanic and BZM gets the kill. No one drops as well. Huge. Once again enough. So 4 dead. We talked about giving up leads before. Already accomplished that feat here.
50 seconds. I mean, usually they do it on the high ground, but they were like, they want to make the game a little more even. Give the enemy team a couple of body donations on the Wisdom Shrine.
My goodness. All right, so an even game as we talked about.
With fun heroes, we like to see that.
Indeed.
active rune. PARIVISION, they know where it is. If they click on Oracle, didn't quite get it. When do you think they will bring in the
That
was in Heroes
of
It was. They will bring it. It's coming.
I don't think so.
Why not?
I
If
would love
Puck
to.
can have a curved orb, why can't he have a
I
curved
would
orb?
love to see it, but I guarantee you it will not happen. They wouldn't have slowed down the projectile speed of Hook to begin with if they wanted the Hook to be that good.
Well, I'm feeding them the idea they should do
But
it.
the idea of hooking and then being able to move while it's that's the Han
Who are
play,
doing
right?
that?
You could just snag them on the way back.
Yes, you could.
So it just
like moving after.
felt so good. But no one doesn't need help apparently, since he is dominating this game right now.
Well, that's true.
Despite the beat and the cross bite, things to run away or final slow them down. Yeah, that is very nice.
Okay, good kill.
Meepo
That
second
nigga
death
roll
of the
him.
PZM. Face shift. Dodge the roar. Finds him, kill onto PZM. So at the very least for PARIVISION, they get a trade core for core.
Well, I guess that's a tier 1 going down. And Crystallis, after having a
Yeah,
the hero has a lot of combos,
Link in
as
there.
we've talked about.
Right now.
Noxa.
TKV out.
tier 1 will die.
Fortune and does hit. As
Oh, he's like,
Hook
do
goes
you
down.
yell at me?
Hit him
Or
out,
roll
swinging
machine?
from
Do you
33 DM.
DM
Fate
roll
Eating
machine?
runs away.
Pussy
Soxa
fight later.
looking at Ducalis.
Tay
Not
lên
a
tập
whole
lại.
lot of damage
Alright,
to work with,
33 is ready to carry. Ladies and gentlemen, click on the Underlord, please. We have a 1-1-4 build with first item, Mask of Madness.
Love it. Absolutely love it. The cleave onto the Meepo.
He is not messing around, and I like it. You know, if you get big on the Underlord, if you can count the fattiness of Pudge with your own fattiness on the Underlord, he's gonna be quite strong this game.
So what's the build
I
after?
have one entry and a lot of shit.
Mask of Madness. So
Gary,
usually we see like Echo into Harpoon.
And a lot of
I can
Gary
see him
song.
go Armlet as well. I think that's not bad. You can go like AC as well later on. Yeah, just good old right click. I don't want to see no auras. I believe with this build, you are
Gary
now
song.
committed.
No, Chris Elliott Gary don't we
How come we're not seeing more Underlord? I feel
I'm
like
like, who you know, Chase Emma to smoke him out though, yeah, boy.
33, at least now he's got the pipe queued up, so
Yeah.
maybe he wants to scale into the team fight matching. and then he
Chúng ta
goes
khá mà
for the
mày à?
right click
Bây
later.
giờ. Một đây đi
Susan,
dạy
of
cô này,
course,
dạy cô
has
này.
the shard queued
Sure.
up. It's kind of the name of the game for him.
Cái
này
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 nhỉ?
Oracle. Couple of the carries also got good neutral items, like when you play these meeples or the right click farmers like
Em
Noah's
quay
Prophet,
rồi.
you
Ba
get the
đi,
Spark
em
of
quay
Courage
lại.
with the
Chris
alert, so you get the
Thì nó
damage
biết
plus
mà
attack
này
speed
khá.
combo.
Mà này của nó.
I'm surprised Whitemon didn't just die there.
Yeah, same.
Not gonna lie. It's like, oh, surely a Crystal Maiden kill.
Let's see, Soxa is scouting, and remember, they have the gate. So if you can set it up, of
no,
course, he needs a
let's
little more,
see.
but then they can gate over.
Yeah, Sox
What
gets by
town,
the axes. Think
What
they're
town
aware,
is
though.
it?
Nope.
Sentry is kind
Baby,
of close.
9
Soxa
glass.
shows himself.
Thế này,
Extreme
drink
plays
white.
BZM
Okay.
with the coil.
DM,
Hold on to the
show
wall.
me.
Yeah, the
Ôi
damage falls
Force
down
bấm
to
gì
the
bị thả đây.
The coil. Will we be able to get
Roll
out
lại
of
mà,
those?
roll lại mà, roll lại bị
is
Chris
there
Hill.
as well.
Hả?
BZM
Bác-
drops to the ground. So core
Bác
for
chào
core
vậy.
is now
Tao nó
PARIVISION on hot pursuit.
Putin
Soxa.
Tari này, sát sánh
Move
luôn
it with
rồi.
Ducalis.
Nhà đâu.
We'll be able to get out.
Phải chạy
though,
quyền
as
lại
no
mà
one
đi.
gonna lead the charge. Satanic
Vì búi giờ nó còn được quyền lại vì sóc khôi dây này, sóc khôi dây này, sóc khôi dây này. Mà, tôi đi đã. Mà. Ây dồi, tôi chết lì bây giờ này. Ồ. Chris Gary này, Chris Ricky đứa bia này. Tôi phải nghĩ, mà mình phải nghĩ. Sâu phải mèo.
And this is a 4 kill. Actually, it was a full team wipe.
Yeah, it
Right? They killed the puck earlier.
Yeah, he died
Đúng.
first.
Full team wipe in
Thì
trade
còn
of just the
cùng tiếng
aura.
ngoài vì
They got
nó
a
còn muốn
lot
dẹp
of
bị
stuff
đấy.
out. Nineclass has
Damn.
some very good spells. I believe first he stole the crystal
Army
over,
Vision
maybe
把它撸
the
骗你
false fight as well. I mean, here, of course, the fight dragged out quite a bit, but Nineclass, he got to steal the Sprout here as well. Like, look, he's healing
Đi sắp
everyone
có
as
phải,
well. It's so
đi sắp có
strong
phải
in this fight.
chết
So,
rồi.
yeah, no
Tại
one-
em lâu rồi.
he just tanks through. He's got the Oracle behind him. 33,
Ôi,
of
dây
course,
đã nó hút để nó.
trying to squeeze out all the
33
damage he
dây
can
đẩy
with the Mask of Madness and the damage.
Rồi,
Hút để.
chào thu.
Yes, how many stacks we got on the Pudge now? Like 7. 7 flesh sheep, so that's 9.8 strength. And he's only 1,000 away from finishing Agnum Scepter. Very big power spike.
Chào
from
bạn, bia nhau.
Pudge.
Phát xài điểm bia nhau.
He'll be quite happy, and he's like we talked about, backed up by the Oracle. There's a
Mà
glimpse
sẽ
of
tài
the
à,
Nineclass,
cháu
they
đồng
still
thì
have the
đi
stolen
búa là
Sprout
con
as
không
well,
để
which is great with this draft.
mà đi chấp rồi phải gì à, ngã đông chậu à, con nào vừa đi chấp rồi phải gì nào quái đó.
It's a very good BKB game. There's like
Pretty much have to
silences,
do it.
frostbites, whatever. Unless you want to just purely be in the front and like soak up all the spells and like not go BKB, so you just tank through it, which could also be okay.
Do you think Blink will be needed? Or are you going to rely on the Beastmaster and Meepo?
I would kind of like Blink, like Ags into Blink, and then it's like you have all these heroes going in.
That's
also how your supports function the best, right? The Rubik, the Oracle, you want people to go in for you. As a Soxa scouting. Let's see what he can find here. Of course, they could replicate the last play.
But it looks like it's just a slower version of the regular, which is unusual.
I thought he'd
go shard first, maybe.
I thought he would go shard first, but perhaps he wants to like squeeze in the 10 Agi for now, right? The blade, because you can't really get the shard until 15 anyway. A 5k lead though, and yeah, with the stolen sprout, it's really not easy to fight into PARIVISION right now, because there's a lot of backup in heal.
We'll
find Satanic here and block his ancient camp.
Going on for Courier.
Oh, Diffu, that.
Earthbind. As well. Soxa already at half HP. Will continue to miss. Tricks of the trade to the north there is Nineclass with the dust. So ends up costing Soxa his life. Courier for Soxa.
Probably not worth. I mean, maybe Alex will appreciate the bonus gold. But it was good micro by Satanic. He was really quick on like moving his clone out of the cloud so he could net him again. Just keep him in place.
Alright, Pudge Ags online. Rot is huge.
He's a big boy. 2k HP. 7 stacks like we talked about. Max meat shield. He is very, very tanky. And the Blink Dagger now being killed, which will then help them with the catch on the map. So close. That's why we need the curve hook. Valve, hope you're listening.
Going to be able to get the tier 1 bot uncontested, working on the Witchblade right now.
That's definitely quite big for them because they want to delay this game, right? You're playing against this Meepo, you're playing against Pudge, who all had a good lane. The level 2 dominator as well. So people are getting quite a strong timing here for themselves.
Has the Granite Golem, again misses, but Nineclass division was there. So set up another Dismember and another Stout.
Really nicely done by Nineclass. He cuts the tree there, which then allows him to get the vision for the lift. So some nice quirky plays.
Okay.
3-3 wants to kill off 33. Malice is placed. Smokescreen's gonna make this a little bit more difficult. The rod is just so large now.
Oh god, they have stolen
Yeah, that's a good one.
And it's maxed out. Uh-oh. Should be fine.
This reminds me, since we're doing that over time, the tier list of Ags, I feel I don't know if it's going to fit his build, but
it's very good. It's very good. I feel like it's still underutilized. Like, I don't see it enough. It should be in like nearly every game when you do see Underlord.
I agree.
Like, just the fact that you instantly lock down people, like you cast the pit.
Yeah, global route. That's so
Roshan.
As Roshan will fall here, so you'll have a Meepo backed up not only by a false promise, but by a second life on his own accord already.
In all this action, we haven't really talked about the Meepo too much. Mjolnir picked up for Chrysalis, so has, I mean, that's going to be built regardless, but it is good against Meepo.
Very good.
What's the normal build on Meepo? Is going to miss
he's getting eaten alive. Bye-bye. And a good stack for no one. Good try with the shard. Yeah, the build on Meepo, from what I've seen, it's Diffusal, Dragonlance, Disperser, into the Aghanim, Skadi, Blink Dagger in like one of these areas. So you just want to
Chrysalis attempting to TP out. He does get out in time. Fiend's Gate placed as well as Soxa to the north. Don't have vision here, so no kills to come.
Satanic maybe thought he could straight up kill Chrysalis there. I think if he had the same micros earlier, could have maybe ran out one clone, canceled the TP, but either way, he's fully pushing back Tundra out of this bottom lane. That is the secondary tier 2 tower down.
Building with his Aegis.
Yeah, they're gonna get the outpost as well, so the map control for Tundra not looking too great.
TP though.
Yeah, they want to maybe go on DM, but...
So a good defense for Tundra. Chrysalis. It's off a sprout to separate the pack. Looks like that'll break things up.
At least a good thing for on the natures is that if Roar is use, there's not like too much lockdown, so he can kind of TP it freely.
Come on,
Like,
they
you
are.
pop the Mjolnir on yourself and you just man up. Sure, maybe they all man up on you, but you'll do so much damage in the meantime. Gonna farm his ancients up next.
Yeah,
So
Soxa does have the shard now, so that's the reason that there was no...
应该是稍微，应该是稍微的，稍微的，稍微稍微，稍微一样，都是一样，都是一样，没，不光我们下午打一样，其他你都骗了吧？这个，人家到了不会，有的嘛，没不能失败手嘛，要不要呀？
You've got the Pit of Malice as well, even the Frostbite. Let's see what spell 9 class can try to steal next. He is Invis.
Look at my eyes, bro. Look at my eyes. Look at my eyes. What? Mấy sao trái gì trả lại? Không ra là. Trên số này được gì?
Constantly trying to find pickoff is no one.
You mentioned the fast. Oh, we had to do that.
Attack damage.
Yeah.
Rot. Which
we had to do that.
Another one was nerfed so many different times now.
I mean, also with like all the stacks he had,
he hit much higher. He didn't have enough
space, but with the skill build and the master but they just don't have enough space. I mean, of course, Crystallis also, he has to permanently kill creeps anywhere as well. Same with BZM, so it's just not enough farm for everyone on the map. Soxa runs
and will eventually be brought down. No one wants the stacks though. Jumps in. And will consume him. Stacks are now at 12, so 20 strength.
What can they do?
Available
for Satanic on the Meepo. Is probably up next on the line there.
Well, la live đi, nào được rồi.
Then after that, they still have about a minute left, so they can go back to the bottom side, maybe take another tier 1. You see active rune, of course. You've got the Oracle. You're gonna know where it is.
So now they are doing that.
Well, another benefit of the Meepo. Tundra smoking up, so maybe looking for someone after the Torm, or maybe DM if he's too deep in this top side here.
So, okay.
9 class does get his shard.
Tundra back at SOD lại high ground, no, but only no, 9 class.
He's spotted gonna get silenced up.
She might. He must, show we no more. Hold it. Look like. Khuyến khải kia nhà thà về Rubik. Cày bị mà CM. Ricky sang cái đuôi thấy. Bị ý gì?
Yeah.
Nó
bảo theo.
Nó tại lâu lại phải trả cày bị. Sóc hồ bị.
Số bài trả mình ra thì đấy.
Sóc hồ bị.
Số bài trả mình à? Suy nữa mình chỉ có. Có thể sẽ cái số việc có phục. Thì cái gì à?
Nó đó có. Ôi mày hậu quá.
Cái rồi. Nó sẽ cái mà bảo thêm mà lại là biểu biểu nhiều thì stream.
Right after the fight, classic. Let's see if it happens one more time where PARIVISION get a 7K throw it all away in one fight. I mean, they went quite deep, like 9 class initially got caught. They just bring it they have roots for days, so if you're not fighting together, Crystallis will dish out a lot of damage throughout these fights.
Không phải mà.
Vô vui ở đây. Đi vậy, mà đi nha là gì vậy?
Con này.
Muốn mày đã bù xôi à má?
Thứ xem yêu cho được không? Chú bắt hà rồi à? Tiến suy là, phải không là? Im vào mi lo gì nữa?
Rồi bên này mà vô.
Phải thấy à, không được nó. Số 2 này làm điều.
Working on his BKB, still a ways away though. And for Satanic, you mentioned the Mega Meepo. And very far away, so no big power spikes for PARIVISION coming.
Probably needs the shard later. Soxa on this Ricky, he's gonna have a lot of impact. Like you already mentioned earlier on the Meepo, of course it matters, especially the more items he gets himself. And not being able to be saved is quite a big deal.
Thunder smoked up, waiting to pounce as blink away though.
33 also. He's queuing up the Aghanims. I like it a lot against the Meepo. Super annoying to deal with.
ပေါ်လေးတက်ကြည့်လိုက်
ไม่ไปใช้อยู่ไกลก็บ้านนี้ซ่อมเนี่ย
ဟော damage ထွက်တာလေဆော
ก็บ้านนี้ผ่านก่อน
tundra နဲ့ PARIVISION နဲ့
Invis on Invis action.
နှစ်ကောင်းတော့မမြင်အောင်လုပ်တယ်နော်တယောက်ရဲ့ကိုပြောင်းတော့တယောက်ရဲ့ကိုရောက်နေ တူလီလွေးနေရောရှိတယ်ရောရှိနော်ညောင်တေးလိုက်တော့ပေးတေးလိုက်တော့
doesn't even need it in the end, so all Soxa can do is smoke and TP. So a nice kill for the PARIVISION.
ဆက်စားလှည့်အောင်မကြည့်နဲ့တန်းတည်ရ
ပေးတေးလိုက်တော့ညာတော့ကေလို့မြန်ဆေးမမီတော့
They'd have to pay his life for it though. On the
ဖြစ်နိုင်သေးရဲ့နော်ဖြစ်နိုင်သေးရဲ့ tundra လေးဖြစ်နိုင်သေးရဲ့
Underlord.
မစီ
Very very good. So you're just going to have bits for days.
ဘာလို့အဲ့ဒါကြည့်နေရလို့ရ coach ပြန်
to really maneuver around this one, which is why one of the
officials
ဟိုအတင်းမကြည့်ဘူးလား
ရှိရလေ EWC တွေ
ဟုတ်ပါ
Get the pit. I assume so.
I mean, you probably need the Ags yourself, no, to then spawn the pit around it.
ရှစ်ကောင်မဲလို့လားရှစ်ကောင်မဲလို့လားညီကိုလို့ရှစ်ကောင်မဲလို့လား
With the Ags, right? I mean, you're saying that Rubik just needs the Ags to reciprocate.
Yes.
Right.
ဟုတ်တယ်ဘယ်ချာကြီးอ่ะ
Still
နော်
get the pit.
ရိုနိုင်အောင်ရရနဲ့
ဟောရတဲ့သွားရအောင်10 second ကြိုပြောတော့ရ
You just steal straight up the spell as it is, as he's going to get. He wants a blink dagger himself, so give themselves some more catch. But I was way more confident in PARIVISION like early on,
ဘေးကောက်လာရ
with
နေ
what
သူ
they
များ
were
ပို့
getting
စီ
done
ကို
on
ဖိုက်
the draft and like the early lead.
24 minute ပဲရှိတယ်
If I look at some of the items that Tundra are getting, they should be quite happy. You have a shard, you have a force staff on the CM, like you're quite happy. 33 is scaling, your Nature's Prophet, we've seen it so many times. Crystallis is happy in this game. And you also have an Aghanims on BZM, didn't have the best laning stage, but he's fully recovered.
ရပြီလားမဟုတ်
Yeah, PARIVISION a little bit too aggressive
Yeah.
in several different instances in this game. 9class was looking for a more aggressive blink, but changed his mind and goes for the mech now.
Okay.
So wanna
မဟုတ်အခုအမှန်ပါဘယ်လောက်ရ
try to finish this game sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I mean they do
Did
kind
they?
of all in with the auras. You do have the pipe as well.
ဒီ
Which
ခုအမှန်ပါဘ
I
ယ်လောက်
think this is correct, and you're doing it hand in hand. You can't go
မသိ3800လားမသိ
on your beast master.
ကောင်းကောင်းလေးဆော့နေ
Stack up the
ဘူဒါအဲ့လောက်မဆော့တော့
DM changes his mind from the BKB into the Crimson
သူတို့နေ
because they need to start winning these next fights, especially with their draft and how they itemize.
Yeah.
I think if they blunder a fight like they have in this game, if they do it once more, I think they're losing full control.
လေမန်4အောင်နော်လေမန်4အောင်နော်အေးအမ
BKB going
အ
for
မ
dismember, not able to find BZM,
I'm
waiting
gonna
rifts
go
away. That will reveal
မချိုက်ကြိုင်တော့အေး
PARIVISION.
နိုးဝပဲချာ
ညကြောက်ရှုံး
Top side.
Show
So
me.
PARIVISION will kind
တက်
of
ကို
put
ခုတ်ချက်
with it later. Maybe they're just helping DM to buy his Crimson Guard for now.
အော်ရတော်လက်
လက်စစ်နှစ်ဆကွာပါ
Full
ဒီ
of
က
course,
5မိနစ်
during this fight, Crimson not too easy to kill some of these heroes.
လိုက်
ကိုကဘာတန်ဒရာနဲ့ဗာမိပါရမှာပြောပြောနေ
PARIVISION နဲ့
Avenue needed to escape certain death there.
ဘာဖရစ်ရှင်
DM will easily take out
PARIVISION
the
နဲ့
tier
ဘာမကြောက်ဘူးရ
Now a smoke to come.
ဟာစစ်တန်းနေတယ်
No one's going to show on the wave.
စစ်တမ်းနေတယ်
They have to go back to the
Sit down
Roche
there.
area.
မသိဘူးငါအဲ့ဒါကြီးမသိတော့ဘူးရ
Shard plus Aghanims
အကြည့်တော့ဟာ တင်းစပရစ်ပဲရှိ တင်းစပရစ်ကရာတူလူတောင်ဖတ်သေးကရာတူလူပြန်ရောက်လာလားမသိတက်တန်းနဲ့ထွက်သွားပြီ
Quite happy if they could squeeze in 33's Aghanims
တက်တန်းနဲ့ရောက်လာတော့အစားငါမကြည့်တော့ဘူးသိလား
them this time.
BZM
ပြင်လာကြည့်ဘယ်တော့တော့
actually blinks
ဒူတာယူမလုပ်တော့ဘူး
alongside.
ရှုပ်
No one reveals
သူတို့ကြောက်
himself.
ဆော့ပြီပွဲကြောင်မကြည့်
Yeah, you're right. This is a very pivotal
Pas solo qua,
moment.
pipa,
If they
ma-
lose this fight, it might just be too much to overcome.
FC မဝဲဆော့နေလား
Peaks very
ပြီးတော့မှာပါ
It really, and especially with the itemization, right? With all
Hey,
the auras,
Fever,
they are gearing
mobile.
up to just win these next
Ah,
fights.
FC
keep
နော်
ဆော့လား
like,
ထွက်မယ်
kill the
ငါ
ball,
PC
get the
ဆော့
stages, take over the map.
FC 2020
I will say Saxa's 15 talent very important in this game. Like
အာ
this
အေးဝယ်ရလားကောင်းလိုက်
like especially
Tia,
against the
baby,
people, against all these saves, like permanently throwing it out.
ဘတ်တရားပဲပြီးရ
ဘောလာတရားလေး
Very annoying
But
for
they
PARIVISION
are-
to deal with.
All right, Roche
ဘတ်တရားပြ
belches for
ဘတ်တရား
all
ဘတ်တရားဘယ်လောက်
12000လောက်ပဲရှိရညမောင်12000လောက်ပဲကြာ
and Tundra contest.
အဲ့လိုပဲဖြစ်လို့ဈေးချတော့
စထရင်းရလား
I mean, they're
Cool
very
screen,
happy just delaying for now, right? You just keep you keep using your smoke screen. You can have Underlord farming. You can
Who
have
are screen
your
here?
Nature's
Dude,
Prophet
Who screen
farming
here?
to be around.
အခုမဟုတ်ဘူး
Which
ပြီး
means
သွား
that
ပြီ
PARIVISIon, they understand this. They
17
need
ရက်
to
နေ
go
ရ
for a
စထရ
smoke
င်း
around. They need
စီ
to
ချတာ
get Tundra
Who don't
away
go
from
there?
this area. Stop them from scouting with the orb.
2000ကျော်တယ်ဟုတ်လို့လား
109ဘတ်နဲ့ဝယ်ထားပါတယ်ဆိုတော့မှဟုတ်လို့လားဆိုတော့ငါဘယ်လိုပြန်ပြောပြမှာငါဝယ်ထားရစီ
Don't want to walk over, like orbit one more time, because
ဒါ
ဒါပေမဲ့သူကမတူးလေရမူဘိုင်း
standard ဝယ်တာ
မူဘိုင်း event မှာ
for the Aghanims on 33.
အောက်ထပ်ပြင်မဟုတ် standard version
အဲ့လာတိုင်းပေးရ
ဟုတ်တစ်ခါပဲပြီးသွားပြီ
The smoke screen now.
အပိုင်လေ
ငါတိကြတယ် EA ဟုတ်လားငါတိရ EA ဂိမ်းတချို့မြတ်လို့လားစင်ကြီးလားအဲ့လိုပေးရပြီးမှဆော်ရ
ဆော်လို့ရဟာကြီးငါဒီတိုင်းဝင်တာ
Yeah, but I think it.
လာပြီလာမလားလာမလား
Yeah.
တွန်းတော့ဆင်းမလားချမလားပေးလိုက်မှာလားရိုရှန်ယူအော် TB နဲ့အော် TB လွတ်သွားတယ်ခရစ်စတန်ဟိုဟန်ဂရောင်းနဲ့ကလိုက်တော့အနီမမာလီပဲဆို
တန်တော့နိုင်မှာမဟုတ်ကြည့်မီပူတွေရော
သူကိစ္စခရစ်စတန်လက်ကြီးပြစ်မှာဟိုမင်းကလက်ကြီးခုနပွဲကသူအပြစ်ခံလိုက်အခုဒီပွဲသူပြစ်မှာ
He got to steal smoke cloud on
ဟာ
လက်ကြီးပြစ်မှာဗောနော်
Abu Bakar, chạy.
How annoying is that? That's only because he
ဘော
has
င်တစ်ခု
shard.
လုပ်ပြပါဦး
absolutely.
တစ်ခုလုပ်ပြပါဦး
I love these interactions.
တွန်းတော့ကြီး
ဟာလို့ပြမှာလို့
တွန်းတော့တစ်ခွက်လောက်ပြပါဦးပါမီတွေကမှားလိုက်ဟာရအောင်ထစ်သွားပြန်ပြီဩငါကြောင်ဖိထားတာ
Another death to his name.
ဟုတ်
Why don't you?
Why more? Show you know.
Satanic claims him. Shiva's is next on the list for no one.
Free Reaver for Pudge here with the stacks. Yeah, pretty.
Sao phải liệp ye lại mù à nó quay tùy qua vì lâu bì nó long bì số gì long bì mèo còn những điều này thôi là ê
ใช้ได้กว่าปูใช่ยัง
rất là
ลูมี
So both supports dead for
okay
they get a nice D ward as well.
Yeah, definitely hurts a little bit because you've now lost both side lane control here on PARIVISION, which is very important for Thunder to kind of to try to regain
key
control.
over လုပ်တယ်ဒီပုံစံနဲ့ဆို
Should get the blink off.
48 over ဆိုနော် over လုပ်တယ်နော်
He's got the
Wow,
gem
là
on-
lý giải
he's got the gem as well on the puck, so he can try to deal with the map, but PARIVISION definitely reclaimed a lot of space here.
flat
'Cause
တယ်
bottom
48
lane all pushing,
over
you have a gem on no one here as well to just keep claiming more and more areas.
So,
But breaking high
ကျုံ
ground-
all reggae တွေရောဟဲ့
Sure, Meepo has like a lot of
ခုနကပဲလို့တော့
he's trying to
Uber
ဘက်ကဘက်ကပစ်ကကောင်နေဘယ်လိုချမလဲမသိအကောင်နေ
fruits,
Put in a
permanent
pass.
screen as well.
လူပစ်တွေရော
ဟာရတော့ညောင်းဝင် အဒီဒီကြော်ညာလာဝင်အဒီဒီ
အဲ့ဒါ RDV ကကြော်ညာထည့်တာရှင်ကမရှိပါဘူးကောင်ကြော်ညာ
အဲ့ဒီတက်ဆိုပြောတယ်အဲ့ဒီတက်ကြော်ညာလေး
ဘောအဲ့ဒီတန်ငါ RDV လာငါ RDV အရင်ကြည့်ရတာ
ကြော်ညာလေးတစ်ဖြတ်ကြည့်ပွဲလေး reset နေတော့ကြော်ညာလေးတစ်ချက်ကြည့်လောအီဒီအကုန်လုံးတက်တာကွာငါတယောက်တည်းမဟုတ်ဟောဒီဘက် B နားနေမှာပြရတယ်တော့ဘာတော့ဟောပေါ့စားအီဒီလာလို့ပေါ့စားလားမသိဘူးရောအီဒီတက်နေလို့ပေါ့ပြီးတာခုဘက်ကပေါ့ပြီးဒူတာဘက်ပေါ့ပြီးတာ
ပေါ်တော့80ပဲ
He looks very casual.
G ရဲ့ဟုတ်တယ်နော် G question
I mean,
mark
this is a third place decider, so not as much on the line, of course.
player
Still a lot of money.
UR
We're all
80 တက်နေ
throwing
လို့
out money.
ဒါရစားပြီနော် 80 လည်းပြီးပြန်လဲစ
Let's see, Wyvern is-
you know, Matrix ပြ
Got
နေ
the
ရလား
protection of smoke here, so it should be okay.
Matrix ပြနေရ
But still, a couple of good items that did come out for the Tundra side in the last couple of minutes. You have the full data list completed
Matrix
on Crystallis, so his damage output is very, very high.
လို့ပေါ့ဘယ်တလေးတပွဲလောက်နော်ဘယ်တလေးတပွဲလောက်ဆိုင်လိုက်ပါအောင်
His lead has grown though.
ပိုင်နေတဲ့ချက်ချင်းပြပေးလာပါလား
This has been an
8 နိုင်
8K
မှာ
difference.
အေးပေါ့
ဟဲ့ဒါနဲ့ပြပြကြောင်နဲ့ဟိုကနေပြစ်လို့ရှိရင်တော့တေမိုင်းပါရောမီပူတွေတေးနာဖန်းဖန်း
It's just because Tundra have to be so scared on the map.
ပတ်ပြကြောင်းထဲအောင်
Continue
ပတ်
to
ပါ
like
ထဲ
push forward. Satanic, of course, is looking for you on the
ပတ်
map
တယ်
as well.
ချိုးလား
အဲ့ဒါကြည့်လိုက်လေ
ပြကြောင်းရပြီ
Timer?
ပတ်ပြကြောင်းရပြီ
PARIVISION?
ဟာရနေပြီဟိုဝိုင်တိုင်းအကြီးပဲလို့တော့ပြစ်မဲ့အတက်စပီအိုက်တိုင်း
Of course, offsets a lot even if you'd rather weaker
Prisma
than
Prisma
players
Prisma
with 50K
Prisma
gold. But you
အေး
don't
မ
have
ကျော်
so you would like
အေးရမကျော်နာရဲ့အဲ့ဒီဟာကြီး
လက်စမှာအားပဲလို့တော့မ SOD 實在 SOD 佢講 SOD 沙裏面，不長乜正呢？路上等乜嘢咪正咯？棉花哦嘛騙你啊！哦嘛騙你啊！哦嘛騙你啊！路誒嘛曳嘛不臭曳對曳他，攞嚟 review 跌到把咩咯？收好嘢咧跌到。
ngày nữa spray như thế này
nó còn nữa gì à cái đó còn bên nào mà xin đến này pi à xin đến này Chris lấy cái pi à đúng ra ai đến này mấy này qua nó còn ra tại vì high ground
အခုချိန်နေတယ်ဘက်က drain line မီး drain line ဟိုဘက်က9កောက်လုံးမီးတော့မှာ view side မှာမဟုတ်ဘူးဘာ9កောက်လားတော့ရတူပြီးကျိုးကျုံ P master တွေရောမီးဖို့ရောဟဲ့ဒီလိုပေးကြည့်
ဖြတ်ချလိုက်ပါလားချကြည့်လိုက်ပါလားကြည့်ချင်ဘာမှမထူးတော့ဘူးရှုံးမှာ
တွေးတူဆောက်ပါရဲ့
ဒီနေရာနဲ့ပဲကျင်းနေလိုက်ပါတော့ right ဆိုင်အောင်မှာနော်18စက္ကန့် drain ကွာရင်ပြီးအမှပြစ်ပြီးဗမာလေပြစ်စားပြစ်နေဗမာလေအောက်မှာလေဟဲ့
ဟာ
နေချ profile ကူးတေး
ဘာလဲ
အဲ့ရလွတ်သွားတာ
လူပေရ
နေချ profile ကူးတေးဟိုမှာလေထတော့
လူပေရပေါ်တယ်ဒီလားပါဘူးလူပေပေါ်တယ်ဟုတ်တယ်ပေရပေါ်တယ်
ကောင်းပါတခြားဝင်ကြိုက်ပြီးလိုက်ပုတ်ပြီး no one ကာယာနဲ့အဲ့ Ruby ဟုတ်တယ်အဲ့မှာတပွဲလုံးကြောက်နေကောင်လေးဂျပူးလေးကိုလှုပ်နောက်တော့လိုက်ထားစပွေလိုက်ကောက်ပြီးစမ်းဟုတ်တယ် raw မထွက်သွားဘူး
raw မှာ raw ကိုတန်နေရကော
တေးပြီးအမ Chris လေး
ပြန်ထွက်လိုက်
နော်အမ raw လိုက်ပြီး3-3ကိုအမဆောက်ခေါ်ရိုက်ပြီးမိဖို့ဆောက်ခေါ်ရိုက်ပြီးတော့ GG ခေါ်လိုက်တော့ရှက်ပြေးလေး GG ခေါ်လိုက်တော့ Chris လေးလည်းမရှိတော့ GG လေးခေါ်လိုက်တော့
ပါအဲ့ဟိုပါပါ
ဟာမလုပ်လို့မရဘူး
နော် GG ပဲခေါ်လိုက်တော့အမမရှောသေးဘူးရော should be able to get the second lane all by his long BZM အပချာပတ်တော့ပြီးဟုတ်တယ် GG ခေါ်လိုက်တော့ဟုတ်တယ်တိုင်းနော် DC ပလိုက်အဲ့လို with a ridiculous hilarious lineup
ဖိုင်နယ်မဟုတ်သေးဘူးလား
မဟုတ်ဒါ tablet ကိုနော်ဟိုက PARIVISION အတွက်ပဲ tablet ထားတော့ဘလို့ဖြစ်နေရတော့
You know they could have won their games yesterday if they just also played better but yeah very entertaining game that we had here on our hands as PARIVISION you know stepping yesterday to today
show me မလားနောက်တော့ကွာ
you know but kept it very
ဒီ
entertaining
လက်မဝေးပြန်လိုက်တော့နော် GG တက်မတက်နိုင် GG တက်မလစ်နိုင်တော့
tundra eliminated both teams are already eliminated
yep they were playing for some more club championship points and of course more money on the deck for all of them
ဒီစင်ရခွက်လေး
ဒီကောင်လေးခိုင်လို့ပြဆောက်နီးလုံးနေထပ်တိုးအောင်လား
sorry CS ဘယ်မှာမဟုတ်လား CS ဘယ်လိုဒီမှမတိုက်
and in this game in particular obviously the pudge
yeah CS ဆိုရင်တကယ်ထပ်တိုးလောက်တယ်ရှေ့အဲ့တော့ဒီမဲ့ချားတာ
it's just a dumpster fire for the opposing team you got to give tundra a lot of credit
CS ပွဲမရှိဘူးလား
ဒီမလားဒီ CS ပွဲလေးစောင့်နေ
PARIVISION made and made this a much more interesting game overall
CS ပွဲလည်းကတ်
everyone knows going into the grand finals that this hero is
ကတ်ကြည့်လေဘယ်လိုကြည့်လဲ watch party လောက်လိုက်
it won the first game here it looked very good in the second game too I wonder if maybe the Oracle could spill
the KE မှာတော့
a bit I feel like there's a lot about you know the mid lane
physical ဆော့ဟုတ်မလို့
as a three-man ball because looked very strong in both of these games for PARIVISION here being played by the Dookie
I mean if you're one of the grand finals teams you're watching this game
of course you are you're waiting
yeah but they ပြန်နိုင်တော့ဟုတ်တော့
these teams are the ones that you beat
စီတက်နေလေအဆောင်ရကောင်းနေပြီ fan နာကြီးရတယ်ဒီကောင်အဲ့လိုအကောင်တွေပဲပြီးလို့လားပြောတော့
as we see some replays here from this game
look at all the hits on the ground
ဒီဘူးလား
ဘူးမဟုတ်ရှေ့ပွဲတော့လည်း fan နာ9000နောက်ဝ9000
no you all in you have a stronger time
ဟိုနေချ pro fan နဲ့နောက်ဝ9000
you go for the auras on all the different players 9 class 5 degrees he had good you know stolen spells as well even kind of like you know the creativeness maybe keeping your firestorm level 1 going for the master
Tatan
some scalability
but yeah,
I mean I think they just tricked them.
喂冇啊，Korea 啦。
喂冇人話印度。
We don't have time to talk about it because we got a more important thing, which is an
印度啦，新加坡啦。
ကိုရီးယားဆိုတစ်ကောင်ပဲရှိတယ်တူခုပဲရှိတယ် ပြီးသွားပြီလားအဲ့နောက်မရှိတော့လား
ရှိသေးတယ်နောက်ဘွဲကကြာဦးမှာ9နာရီမှာ10နာရီမှာ10နာရီမှာပြန်လာခဲ့အောင်
CS ပွဲဆော့လို့ရရလား
ညမဟုတ်ရှိတူလားဆော့
Final လား
Final 10နာရီမှာ
တူလားဆော့မလားအဲတူလားဆော့လည်းရတယ်
Yeah, so then the showmanship, you played Meepo,